Sands comes set. He's going to work out of the set position at the belt. First pitch to Abrams. Right on time. Swing a drive. Deep right center field. Going back is right fielder Wallner, and that one is gone. Tries to go all the way in. He's going to kick it out to Thompson. Thompson for three. Good from deep. 26-19. Clay Thompson hits another three. At the track, at the wall, and that one is gone. Watch it fly. Riley Adams, top of the first. And we are live and in. Welcome in, everybody. Live on District Nation YouTube, home of Nats, Mavs, and Commanders. Welcome in, everybody. I'm District Nation, and we are live here for some Washington Nationals spring training baseball. But it's the end of spring training. We have made it. The wait of over hundreds of days, probably hundreds, maybe 200, I bet. I don't know the exact number, but ever since October, we've been waiting, and now the Nationals are in Baltimore to play the Baltimore Orioles for the first game of a two-game exhibition across two cities. The Washington Nationals are in Baltimore today. Tomorrow, they will return to Washington, D.C. to take on the Baltimore Orioles again. By that time, they'll be at home, so we're going to get to see two games between the Nationals and the Orioles, and I'm excited to see what is going on. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Thanks for tuning in. We already had a couple people in the chat. Pierre John in Sports over calling his own game, and Andres Woodward, he said go Nats, so I agree with him. Let's go Nats. And if you check right down here, this is a little name tag here, District Nation DC, that is my Instagram, and the other one I don't want to read off because there's so many numbers. That is my Twitter or X account. You can follow both of them. I post highlights, reels. I don't stream on either of them, but it's a good platform to have. I post news. I posted the short that I posted today also on Instagram, which I wanted to talk about a little bit, but I'm excited to watch Nationals baseball. That was the subject of the video. That was everything we were talking about in that video, and I'm excited to watch some baseball today. Get ready for regular season. I'm watching, as this game is not going to be on Nationals TV. It's on Masson, but luckily I'm close to Masson, so I can still watch the game. And today I'm going to bring it to you between the Washington Nationals and the Baltimore Orioles. The Nationals 14-9 in Grapefruit League play. The Orioles were 11-13. I think the Nationals can come out with a good win today. Some things just to talk about here as we're pregame. We got about 10 minutes or so until first pitch. The Nationals order, it looks a little bit different. I don't think that this lineup we're going to see today is going to be much like the opening day roster. Most of the guys there are on the opening day roster, but the lineup itself is not going to be what we see. Just to point something out, Wood's in the leadoff spot. That's one that stood out to me. When I opened up the lineup, of course he was at the top of the order anyway, but Wood is the leadoff hitter. James Wood is hitting first. He was hitting first in the second half when he was going through his slump. He was hitting in the one hole. They tried to get him out of it by doing that, so maybe they're trying to get him out of this slump. That is something they want. Millis is hitting in the two-hole. We'll get to the lineups, but just the overall lineup itself, there's things to think about. Brady House, he's hitting in the five-hole, but House earned that spot. Hit 447 in spring training play, 3 home runs. He was the Nationals' best hitter. A lot of the times when I was thinking or talking to someone, I'd say if someone wasn't doing well, go to Brady House. Learn from Brady House. He'll tell you how to hit again. And we're playing the Orioles, who are a decent team. The Baltimore Orioles are a decent team. They could be playoff contenders this year. I think they will be. Maybe wild card, sneak in like the Nationals did in 19. So I think this is going to be a good game. We're going to get to look at a playoff team and a team that has new leadership, as I talked about earlier today in the short. This is a team with brand new leadership. The Nationals are a new team. They're a young team, and they're a fun team to watch. This is young players, young talent, with some veteran leaders. Not many in the starting lineup tonight. Your oldest guy in the lineup with the most experience, Luis Garcia Jr. That is your most experienced guy in the lineup tonight. That's something, or today. That's your most experienced player. So, you never know. Something great could happen, something good could happen. I don't know. Not an experienced lineup. The most, and we're playing a good roster, kind of the same, but this is the young talent that the MLB is seeing. There's less veterans. The older guys, they're leaving the league, which is kind of sad to see, but it's happening. Justin Verlander at one more year. Max Scherzer probably has one more year. All these former guys, Albert Pujols, the guys that were playing just a few years ago and dominating the league, younger guys are filling in. Like the best player in the league right now since 2018, Shohei. Like it's different now. The league is different now. And that's something that we're going to see. So we're going to see some younger talent tonight. We are about 5 minutes or so from first pitch, but Masson is ahead of me. So one thing, let me make the call. That's the one thing. Let me make the call on the play, and we'll be good because ESPN's going to be ahead by a little bit. Just to get through some stats real quickly, this is the 30th game for the Orioles, the 28th for the Nationals. The Nationals are 14-9. They were 4 games behind in Grapefruit League play. These games will not count towards the record. Today's game and tomorrow's game, they will not count towards the Nationals or the Orioles spring training record. The Nationals were 8-3 when they played at Cacti Ballpark in the Palm Beaches, their home field. 6-6 when they left. They were 6-5 against NL East talent, which they'll probably see most of the season. 3-3 against the Central. They did not play an NL West team, and they were 4-2 when playing interleague teams. The Orioles were 11-13. This is their 30th game. They were 7-6 at home, 4-7 on the road. So both these teams were not as great on the road, but the Orioles are home today and the Nationals are home tomorrow, so it's 2 totally different times. Looks like the Orioles broadcast is getting going, so I'm going to see that. For the Orioles against the AL East, they were 5-3. Against the AL Central, they were 3-1. 0-2 against the AL West. In interleague play, they were 3-7. Something stands out to me. They did not beat an NL team in the month of February. They were not good against NL teams. They did not see the Nationals at all, but they saw some NL East teams. They only beat them 3 times out of 10 games. That's crazy to me. So they haven't been great against the NL talent. So we'll see what they can do. And looks like their banner players, Pete Alonso, that's a guy we're going to get to see today. First time I'm going to be calling him in a little while. The last time I called Pete Alonso was last year's All-Star game. So we'll see him. The Orioles are going to be wearing their black hats. They're warming up right now. So we're just a few minutes away from first pitch from Baltimore. So we'll get going with our starting lineups and batting order. We'll get going with that right now. We're going to get going first with Blake Buteras visiting Baltimore Orioles. Leading off in left field, James Wood. Batting second is going to be the catcher, Drew Millis. Batting third is Luis Garcia Jr. Garcia Jr. manning first base. Batting fourth in right field, Dalen Lyle. Lyle had a breakout season in 2025. We'll see what he does. Batting fifth is going to be Brady House at third base. Batting sixth at shortstop, normally hitting leadoff, is going to be C.J. Abrams in the 6 hole. Batting seventh is Jacob Young, playing center field. Batting eighth, Jose Tena. Tena is going to be doing some designated hitting today for our pitcher. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Nasim Nunez, looking for an opening day spot. An opening day roster spot, he has that. Let's see if he's going to earn himself starting second base. He doesn't have too much competition to beat after Garcia's over at first. And on the mound for the Nationals is Mitchell Parker. He was 1-0 in spring training play with a 4.91 ERA. And once again, that's Wood, Millis, Garcia Jr., Lyle, House, Abrams, Young, Tena, Nunez, with Parker on the mound for the Baltimore Orioles, who are 11-13. Leading off is going to be the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Batting second is the catcher, Adley Rutschman. Batting third, the designated hitter, getting our first look at him, is going to be Pete Alonso, the former Met. We'll see what he does as an Oriole. Batting fourth in right field is going to be Tyler O'Neill, former Cardinal. Batting fifth at first base is going to be Ryan Mountcastle. Mountcastle's been a prospect for a while. We'll see what he does as an actual player. Batting sixth is going to be the third baseman, Kobe Mayo. Batting seventh in left field, Colton Cowser. Batting eighth is Laudy Taveras. He's going to be the center fielder. And batting ninth, a name I do not recognize, Blaze Alexander. I think I should recognize him, but I don't. That is the starting lineup for the Orioles. And their pitcher is going to be Kyle Bradish. He was 1-0 with a 3.60 ERA in spring training play. And we're getting underway right here in just a moment, if Masson will let me watch it. So we're going to go. We're still on the pregame screen here. I hope you like it, the background I made. We did a similar one with the Mavericks that we showed last weekend during the Mavericks game. So we'll see if you guys enjoy it. Put down in the chat, say what's up, say who you're rooting for in the poll. I love to see who you guys are rooting for. So far, we got a few votes in here. We got the Nationals 67% and 75 for the Nationals, 25 for the Orioles. Let's go. So we got a few Nats fans. We're looking good on all the platforms. Looks like it looks pretty. The stream is working, so thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. Looks like they're going back. We're no longer an ad break. So we're going to get the first pitch in just a moment. So we're going to go to the game day screen. Here we go. We're on Yahoo Sports today because I wanted to try it a little bit. A fellow streamer said it's good. That was Fitzy. He uses it as well. There we go. Andres Woodward commented. Here's his comment. Go Nats. So once that works, once the game gets underway, that should be working. So we're going to get underway. The Orioles are about to run on the field. Our umpires are in their conversation. Behind the plate, it's going to be Siegel at first base, Miller. Wills is at second, Murcell at third. Looks like Adley Rutschman is all geared up. He is ready to go. And we're getting going in just a moment on District Nation with this game. Once Yahoo Sports, once the game starts, I'll reload the screen. I just want to make sure. Here we go. So I'm putting a chat in front of it basically so I can't see the scoreboard because I don't like being able to see it. And here we go. Kyle Bradish warming up now. The Orioles are going to be wearing road green uniforms. Or road orange uniforms, excuse me. Here you go, Pierre John Sports. So we're going to go in. Kyle Bradish last season in his 6 starts in a 1-1 record with a 2.53 ERA. We'll see what he does. He worked 32 innings total. We'll see how he does in this situation. In spring training, he's in his home. Tomorrow, the Nationals will be at home. So I'm getting the chat in front so I can't see the game because I don't want to be distracted by the scoreboard. That's what I'm doing right now. We got a few viewers in. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future streams. Trying to block this out somehow. Ooh, they go, what up, P-Town 31, N-A-T-S, Nats, Nats, Nats. Woo, he didn't put the woo, but I'll throw that in just in case he meant to put it because I know he did. So we're making sure the stream is working. Trying to get the pop-out chat to working so I can't see the screen. Here we go. We're about to get underway. The Nats are going to be wearing their normal red spring training uniforms. Bradish set from the right side. A Faust about to face James Wood. First pitch of the game to Wood. That is right in there, called strike one with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And we are underway here with Nationals baseball. Wood, 256 average last year with 31 bombs. Had a lot of power. We'll see if he can bring that back. What up, P-Town? Here's the 0-1 to Wood. Wood check swing. They'll peel. Yes, he did, says third base umpire Murcell, and it's immediately 0-2. That ball was low and in the dirt. They say he went. Now it'll be 0-2 here with 1 out. Or no outs. Here's the pitch to Wood. That's in the dirt, ball 1 with the curveball to 1-2 count. Just remember, Yahoo Sports is going to be ahead of me, so let me make the call. Clock is ticking here. Bradish, come set. Here's the 1-2 to Wood. Called strike 3 just on the inside corner. Wood doesn't like the call, but he's not going to challenge it. So that's out number 1 on the strikeout of James Wood. That's looking K. So now that'll bring up the catcher, Drew Millis, trying to earn himself a spot. Maybe he'll be the opening starter because Harry Ford was sent down. So I think Blake Butera and Paul DeBoni like the stuff that Keibert Ruiz did. So Ruiz will probably be the guy this season. First pitch to Millis. That's down low, ball 1 with a fastball, and it's a 1-0 count. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And just remember, check out P-Town 31. He makes a post after every game for game results and everything that you need. He'll bring you some stats, give you a little feedback and opinions of his. Here's the 1-0 to Millis, and that's down low with a sinker, and it's immediately 2-0. Blake Butera does not wear the uniform right now. He's just wearing a red shirt. Bradish is working out of the set position. He comes set. The 2-0 to Millis. Millis grounds this one to the second baseman, Alexander. Slings it over to first in time for out number 2 on the 4-3 ground out. So now there's 2 outs, and that'll bring up newly made first baseman Luis Garcia Jr. Garcia Jr. playing first base in this spring training exhibition game. Just remember, this game does not count. This is not a regular season game. This isn't considered a spring training game for the record, though. So we'll see who comes out, and ties can happen. There will be no extra innings. First pitch to Garcia, and Garcia grounds this one. First baseman has to pick it, flips it up to Bradish, who's at the bag, and he will make the play for a 3-1 ground out to end the top of the first inning. So we're through the first half of the first inning. Nationals go down 1-2-3, a strikeout from Bradish, and leading off will be Gunnar Henderson for the Orioles. Bottom of the first coming up as Mitchell Parker will head out there to warm up. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to today's broadcast. Camden Yards is the location of this field. This game is on Masson if you want to tune in and leave this audio on. That's how I am watching it. Tomorrow's game will be on Nationals TV. Can't call it. It's a Monday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so we can't make that one. And I hope everyone likes the uniform today. Blue uniform. I like the blue. It's got the Nike logo, and then blue. It's a Soto uniform, just so you know. Maybe no one here remembers Juan Soto. We'll check out the poll real quickly. Good, we got plenty of votes for the Nationals. We need everyone to win the poll. If we're not going to win the game, at least win the poll in the chat. So it's going to be Henderson, Rutschman, and Alonso here in the bottom of the first. Parker is a lefty slinger, so he'll be on the same side as Henderson. Then Rutschman will turn around and hit righty because he's a switch hitter. Then Alonso will hit from the right side. We'll see if Parker can put him away. Parker got moved to the bullpen briefly at the end of last season, so we'll see if he has a starting role in 2026. I think you got most of your starters, though. You got day one's obviously Cavalli, maybe Littell day 2, Foster day 3, Michaelis day 4, 5 starter. That's the one unsure. So you got a good amount of righties in this order. Cowser's a lefty, and Gunnar Henderson's a lefty, so that's the only 2 lefties you'll see. Then the rest are either switch or righty. So Parker's going to have his work cut out for him. But he historically has done pretty well against lefties and righties. But the big thing, Pete is going to hit against him. We haven't seen Pete in that Orioles uniform yet. He's going to wear number 25. Okay. Here we go. Mitch Parker's going to take the mound. He's got his mustache. He's rocking the stash again. The Parker mustache always looks great, and Cavalli's rocking one too. Parker wearing number 70 again this season. 33 games, 30 starts last season, 9-16 with a 5.68. We'll see if he can get the ERA, get the record up just a little, and get the ERA down. He is wearing long sleeves. It must be pretty decently cold in Baltimore. Millis has to go check on a bullpen catcher. Lamavita warmed up Parker for Millis because Millis had to get dressed. Here we go. It's going to be Gunnar to hit here. 274 last season with 17 bombs. In the World Baseball Classic, he was 6 for 15 with 2 bombs. Had a pretty good classic. Obviously, not enough to win it. So Parker is going to step onto the rubber. Gunnar stepping in now. Parker will work out of the wind here. Brings his head, arms all the way over his head. And now he will work into the wind. First pitch to Gunnar. Low and outside, ball 1 gets away from Millis. That one was off his glove, but either way, he wouldn't have caught it. So it's a 1-0 count now. Henderson manning shortstop today. It's a lefty-lefty matchup to start the bottom of the first. Parker into the wind. The pitch to Gunnar. And Gunnar swings and misses a slider, and it's a 1-1. $137 subscribers. By the way, we gained 2 over the past couple days. We were 135 at last stream. The goal is maybe 150 soon enough. Here is the 1-1. Swing and a miss, and another slider low and outside. Pumping him with that low and outside pitch, and it is working. Keep throwing that, Parker. 1-2 count, no outs. Gunnar wearing number 2. As I mentioned, the Orioles in orange uniforms, Nats in red uniforms. So preview of what the Beltway series is going to be in a few weeks. The pitch. Low ball 2 with the slider. So Parker's pumping him with the slider. Keep it coming. Maybe that one's a ball, though. Parker shaking off a couple times. Looks like he's got what he wants now. The 2-2. Swinging a check swing. Hit down the left field line. Another slider there. It'll be 2-2. 2-2, no outs. Parker into the wind. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball inside. And that's K number 1 for Mitchell Parker to start the bottom of the first. Both pitchers start their outings with a strikeout. So that'll bring up Adley Rutschman now. Just a little preview of the defense alignment. James Woods in left today. Young in center. Lyle is in right. Garcia's at first. Nunez at second. C.J. Abrams at short. Brady House at third. And Millis is behind the plate for the Nats. Here's the first pitch to Adley, hitting from the right side. That's a curveball that can't dunk into the zone at 77, and it's a 1-0 count. Rutschman was .220 last season in 90 games with 9 home runs. Didn't get the entire season, obviously. The 1-0. Adley takes it low and inside, and it's a 2-0 count immediately. 2 balls right away. Parker, hands over his head. Goes into the wind. It's a slower wind. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive. Center field coming in is Young, and that'll drop for a base hit in front of Jacob Young. Rutschman has a single here with 1 out. That's how Rutschman gets this day started. That was hit more towards right center, so Young had to range over. He's a very fast outfielder, but that just manages to get down. So now Pete will come up for his first at-bat. That was a 93-mile-an-hour four-seamer, low and in the zone. So that's driven into center for a base hit. Young had to range over to play it off a bounce. He looked like he wanted it, though. Now Pete will get a warm welcome here in Baltimore. His first game in the Orioles jersey in Camden Yards. Here's the first pitch to Pete. Low and inside with the fastball, and it's a 1-0 count. On deck is Tyler O'Neill, the right fielder. Parker sets. The 1-0 to Pete. And Pete takes that one low with a fastball. It's a 2-0 count. 272 in 162 games for Pete last year, so he didn't miss any games, 38 bombs, 126 ribbies with an 871 OPS. Had a great season on his part. Now he's in Baltimore. The Orioles finally opened the wallet to get him. Here's the 2-0 to Pete, and Pete fouls this one back, and it'll be 2-1. It'd be great if Parker could get him out here, get O'Neill up with 2 outs. On first is Rutschman. Not really anyways going to steal. Not really a threat in that way. Parker comes set. Here's the 2-1 to Pete. And Pete takes a curveball inside, ball 3. So it's a 3-1 now. And Parker will have to come with him with a good pitch. Parker comes set. He taps his foot a few times, set at his chest, the pitch. And Pete drives this one to left field, but Wood is under it. Thought he had more on that, but that's out number 2. So Parker does manage to get him out here, and it's 2 outs. Had a good piece there, but does not get it far at all. 2 outs now, and that'll bring up Tyler O'Neill, the right fielder. Now Parker sets. He's going to face Tyler O'Neill, the righty. First pitch to O'Neill, and O'Neill grounds this one foul down the left field line. It's 0-1. O'Neill wears eye black. The stripes doesn't do anything special with it, just plain lines. That's what you usually see in the MLB. Pitch from Parker. That's a fastball right in there, and it's an 0-2 count. A strikeout here would be nice. If wondering, from spring training records, the Orioles would have finished third in the AL East with their 11-13 record. Above them was Boston and New York in first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a chopper off O'Neill's foot, and we'll do 0-2 again. Oh, 2. 2 outs. Runner on first for the Orioles. Parker comes set. Here's the pitch to O'Neill. Curveball stays up, or that's a slider, and it'll be 1-2. 83-mile-an-hour slider there, and we'll do 1-2 now. 2 outs. Garcia playing first. They just showed a picture of him. It's nice to see Garcia over at first. First base would have been a problem in the offseason. You had Bell and Lowe last year. Didn't really sign anyone this year. Here's the 1-2. Swing! And a miss and a slider that goes inside on him. Strikeout number 2. And that'll end the inning. So through 1 inning, it is Nationals 0, Baltimore 0. We will take a break. We will be right back right here on District Nation before the top of the second. Even starts to talk more baseball and Nationals in general. Don't touch that dial. Don't touch that channel. We'll be right back. And in that time, be sure to like and subscribe. And check out my channel description to find both my Instagram and X. We'll be back in just a moment. And we are back right here on District Nation. Leading it off for the Nationals is going to be Dalen Lyle. He'll hit in the 4-hole. Bradish sets. First pitch to Lyle. And Lyle hits this one into right field. That's a base hit right here to start the top of the second. Fielded by O'Neill. He'll throw it in. But Dalen Lyle swinging away. First pitch has a single. It's a good way to start his time away from Florida. So now it's going to be the third baseman, Brady House. House had a great spring training, almost at 500. That blows me away a little bit. House wearing number 12. Bradish sets. First pitch to House, and House hits this one into shallow right, coming in as O'Neill, going out to Alexander. It's going to be Alexander to make a nice little running catch for out number 1. That's the second baseman, Alexander, for out number 1. So now it's going to be the shortstop, C.J. Abrams, usually in the 6-hole. But today he hits, or usually in the 1-hole, but today he hits in the 6-hole. We'll see how he does in this position. Righty Bradish comes set at the belt. Checks on Lyle. First pitch to Abrams. It's a curveball. That's outside ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. 257 last season for Abrams with 19 bombs, 60 RBIs with a 7.48 OPS. Bradish sets. Here's the 1-0. It's a curveball. Abrams hits this one out to right pretty well, but O'Neill there to make the catch for out number 2. That's a curveball that stayed up. Abrams got a hold of it, but can't get anything out of it, and that's out number 2. Thought he had more of that one. So now there's 2 outs here in the top of the second. That'll bring up the center fielder, Jacob Young. Kyle Bradish working the second here. He'll face Young. On deck is Jose Tena in the designated hitter position. Young sporting a new open stance here. First pitch to Young, and Young takes it upstairs. Ball one. Did he call that a strike? Oh, yeah, that was up. I thought he gave a fist there, but Young hitting .230 with 2 home runs, or he was hitting .230 with 2 home runs, 31 RBIs. A good 9-hole hitter. Bradish sets. The 1-0 to Young. That's down low, ball 2, and it's a 2-0 count. Last year, Young had a closed-off stance. This year, showing a open stance. Same movement with the bat. Kind of keeping his hands decently up high, but this time his front foot is opened up just a little bit. 2-0, 2 outs. Maybe Blake Butera worked on that with him a little. A lot of the stances look slightly different here. Here's the 2-0, and Young will check swing. Appeal? No, says first base umpire Miller, and it's a 3-0 count with Lyle at first with 2 outs. Got a lot of people filling up the Orioles bench with a lot of minor leaguers here who might sub into the game later. Here's the 3-0. That stays up, ball 4, and Young draws a 4-pitch walk. So that'll put Lyle at second, and now Young is at first. What up, Snowman Multimedia? What's up, District Nation here? Wishing you a great season for your Nats, and I'm ready for some baseball. I am too, Snowman Multimedia. Be sure to check out Snowman. He'll be covering some Chicago baseball. That's the White Sox. Be covering Murakami, the White Sox stud. Here's the pitch. That is right in there, called strike 1 to Tena, who's the DH position from the left side. Thanks for tuning in, Snowman. He's a White Sox fan. He'll be covering that, and he's got his morning show as well, weekdays at 10 a.m., I believe. I tune in sometimes. Gotta love hearing Snowman give his takes. Here's the 0-1 to Tena. Ooh, he picks off over to second, but Lyle's back in there safely. Lyle started off this inning with a base hit to right, and now he stands at second. Tena stands with a runner in scoring position and a runner on first. The 0-1. That's high and outside. Ball 1. It's a 1-1 count. Butera is wearing a long-sleeve national shirt. No uniform from him. Tena with his normal open stance, so not too much adjusted with him. Here's the 1-1. And Tena grounds this one foul, and it'll be 1-2. So it'll be a 1-2 count with 2 outs. Bradish steps back onto the rubber. Tena in there. It's 1-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Tena grounds this foul back again. Already 4 likes on the stream. Thank you, everybody, and 7 votes on the poll. So everyone's being engaged. Thanks for everyone for hanging out with us. 71% saying the Nationals, let's go. We got some Nats fans in here. Always love when Nats fans come in. And when non-Nats fans come, so we can have conversations like that. Here is the pitch to Tena. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a slider that goes inside on him. That was in the zone. But that's strikeout number 2, and that'll end the top of the second. The Nationals strand 2. After 1 hit, no runs. They leave 2 after the hit. We will head to the bottom of the second. It is still Nationals 0, Orioles 0. Ryan Mountcastle will lead it off for the Orioles. Then it'll be Kobe Mayo and then Cowser, the left fielder. And thanks for tuning in with us, everybody. I think our next stream will probably be, we might do a game on Friday night. I have a game in mind. I think it's going to be the Rochester Red Wings. They start their season earlier because they're a AAA team. They start on Friday. And then Saturday, we have our Nationals Cubs stream. That stream's been up since November, I believe. It's been up for a while. So that's going to be the next stream you see on my channel. But some people will be doing the opening day game. I will not be doing it. And Thursday, we'll not be doing that game. But come Saturday, we'll be doing some more Nationals baseball. We've been trying to do a stream every weekend or so, and now it's coming into regular season, so we're going to do as many Nats games as possible. Then come summer, we should be able to cover most of the Nationals games. As we're going to get going for the bottom of the second in just a moment. So here we go. Mountcastle is going to lead it off for the Orioles in the 5-hole after Parker had that good first inning. Only gave up one hit. The one hit was Rutschman. And then he got Henderson strike out, and then he gave up the single. Alonso flied out, and then O'Neill struck out. So 2 strikeouts got it done. Parker into the wind. First pitch to Ryan Mountcastle. That's a swing and a miss. Sword swing there. It's 0-1. Not the best swing Mountcastle has ever had. Probably one of the worst swings he's ever had. Parker into the wind. The 0-1 to Mountcastle. And Mountcastle flies this one down the right field line. And now it'll be 0-2. No outs. On deck is Colby Mayo. Camden Yards not too filled. The upper decks are basically empty. I didn't see one person on the left field side. The 0-2. Swing and a miss and a slider. And that's a 3-pitch strikeout for Parker to get the second inning going. Strikeout number 3. So 3 strikeouts to begin the game. And now that'll bring up Colby Mayo. Not many people show up for these exhibition games anyway, but this is a Sunday, so I'd expect a good amount of people there. Tomorrow, I'll bet it's going to be a ghost town. No one's going to be at the Nationals game. It's a Monday afternoon, and it's an exhibition game. But if I could be there, I would. First pitch to Colby Mayo. That's a slider that'll dunk in there 0-1. Parker using the slider a good amount today. 217 for Mayo last season with 11 home runs, 28 ribbies. 687 OPS. Parker into the wind. The 0-1 to Mayo. And Mayo swings and misses at a slider way low. Was not a strike, but it's 0-2. So it's going to be 0-2, no outs. Parker goes into the wind. The pitch to Mayo. Swing and a miss at another slider low and out of the zone. That's 2 strikeouts in a row. 3 in a row, actually. Pardon me. 4 strikeouts of the day. 3 of them in a row. Parker's off to a great start. 2 strikeouts already in this inning. All his strikeouts have been swinging. He's using the slider, and it is working. So keep using the slider, Parker. So that's going to bring up Colton Cowser from the left side. Into the wind. First pitch from Parker. That's outside with the fastball. It's a 1-0 count, so there goes the immaculate inning. He had it going 6 pitches in a row. Cowser, 196 average through 92 games last season. 16 home runs. So kind of a Joey Gallo type. The 1-0 to Cowser. That is a slider that'll dunk in there called strike 1. This slider is working. Keep using it, Parker. So it's going to be a 1-1 count. Parker going to go into the wind. The 1-1. Just low with the slider. Ball 2. It's a 2-1 count. Just a tiny bit low. Thought that was there. If they'd ABS'd it, I bet it'd be called a strike. Parker will go, bring his hands over his head. Now goes to the wind. The 2-1. Swinging a foul ball off the slider, and it'll be 2-2. I bet he goes right back to the slider. He goes outside with it. Cowser was early on it there. Try to sit back on it, but he was still early. I could see him go back to the slider and get a swing and miss. Parker, hands over his head. Into the wind. 2-2. Swinging a foul back on the fastball, and we'll do 2-2 again. He went to the fastball there. I thought he was going to go to the slider. So it's going to be 2-2 with 2 outs. 30 pitches already for Parker through 2 innings. Parker into the wind. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Deep right field. Right fielder Lyle can only watch it, and that one is gone. Colton Cowser takes Mitchell Parker yard here in the bottom of the 2nd inning, and it's immediately 1-0. One swing is all it takes sometimes, and that's all it took for Colton Cowser. As we said, he's a Joey Gallo type, and every so often, even Joey Gallo goes yard. So, kind of flashes Joey Gallo with that 196 average, but with a 40 home runs. So, or that wasn't 40. I think it was less than that. But still, 196 average. So, first pitch to Taveras is a curveball that dunks in there called strike one. We need to figure out how many home runs he had. Into the wind. Here's the 0-1 to Taveras. Taveras takes a fastball that's in the dirt, ball 1. So last season he had 16 home runs and 40 RBIs. So he was basically 2024 Nationals Joey Gallo. That's how he played. Here's the 1-1. That's also low, ball 2, and it's a 2-1 count. 2-1, 2 outs. Parker will go into the wind. 2-1 to Taveras. Taveras takes a slider off the plate, and it's a 3-1 count. So as you know, ABS will be in this game. It was used all spring training. And it will be used in the regular season come this Wednesday. Parker into the wind. The 2-2. Swing and a miss and a slider. So that's 5 strikeouts for Parker through 2 innings. But they do get a run there. Colton Cowser takes Mitchell Parker yard. And now it's Orioles 1, Nationals nothing. And we'll go to the third. Leading it off is going to be Nasim Nunez. As you know, our last game called was a Mavericks game. That was a good game. I enjoyed watching that one. Cooper Flagg helped get a win. They had some good momentum in the fourth quarter. I mean, it is still basketball season, but now my heart's dedicated to baseball. So, Mavericks streams will happen if there's a Nets game we can't call, and there's a Mavericks game for some reason. That probably won't be the case because there's only about a month more of NBA, and baseball is just getting started. So, I think we'll probably have a few more Maverick streams, probably maybe like 1 or 2 before next season. But Nationals is everything we're focused on now. We're focused on getting out the most Maverick streams, or the National streams, as we can. And then come football season, Commanders will be back. We're trying to do more Commanders game this season. Covered a good amount of NFL, but just not too much Commanders. So I'm trying to get done as many Commanders games as possible and as many Nationals games as possible. Those are the 2 main teams. So they happen also very, very once one ends, the other begins. And football, as soon as football's over, spring training starts. So that's just how I see it. And basketball's kind of a filler sometimes. But now baseball's back, so we have 3 streams through spring training that we're going to cover as many regular season, minor league games, and other MLB teams as we can. It's going to be Alexander to leave this one off for the Orioles. Or excuse me, Nunez going to lead it off for the Nationals. Kind of forgot what team was hitting there. Nunez hitting from the left side. First pitch is outside and low, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. It's the pitch to Nunez is outside, ball 2. Here we go. We're getting started here with the third. Thanks for tuning in if you're just joining us or you're joining us recently. Welcome into District Nation. If you enjoy all sports streams, you should hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any streams or videos. The 2-0 to Nunez, and Nunez swings and fouls that one off into the glove, so it's a 2-1 count. 232 average through 39 games for Nunez last year as the backup shortstop. Good amount of action. He was also util guy, played a little outfield at one point. The 2-1, and Nunez takes a slider that goes into the dirt. It's a 3-1 count. No outs. Here's the pitch. Swinging a chopper right back to Bradish down the first base line. That one's going to be foul. I thought it chopped right back to Bradish, but was not. So 3-2, no outs now. And then it'll be Wood, the leadoff hitter. So this is still a spring training game, if you're wondering. So we're probably going to get a good amount of subs into the game. Maybe not all 9 guys subbed out, but we're going to get a good amount of subs. Maybe minor league guys, backup players. Everyone's going to get a chance. And then tomorrow you'll probably see a different group of guys. The Nationals came back north for this. The 3-2 to Nunez, and Nunez takes a slider upstairs, and that's the first walk of the inning. That's a walk drawn. So now it's going to be James Wood, the left fielder. We'll see how early the Nationals get to their subs. I wonder if it will be any earlier. I don't think it would be. So Wood is 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking. He has an open stance as well. A lot of people changing up their stances, but Wood is not one of them. First pitch to Wood, and he swings and misses at a slider inside. So in most of my leagues, I did draft James Wood for fantasy. I'm interested to see what he'll do. I could not get him in Thomas Fitzpatrick's league. That was one that PAS took him early on. But I think he's got upside. Here's the 0-1 from Bradish, and Wood takes a fastball that dunks in there immediately, right down the middle. So, to probably the best pitch Wood will see. Hopefully, Wood can find what he found early on last season, before the All-Star break, before the Home Run Derby, which I think was a part of the fact. And Nunez out to a good lead at first. The 0-2, Nunez. That's outside, ball 1. Nunez goes nowhere. Should it be 1-2? Bradish already has to work with a really fast runner on first, so you know he's got a lot of anxiety about that guy on first, that he could go at any moment. Nunez could just go at any point. He could go from first to second or second to third. Rutschman set up inside, going to pick over to Nunez. Tag not on him, not in time. Nunez back in safely. So that's his first disengagement. He has 1 left, and then his third one has to be successful, or Nunez gets second. Those rules came in 2023, I believe. And then in 26, they just changed, gave more rules. The 1-2. Wood takes outside. It's a 2-2 count. That's one thing I wonder. I wonder if James Wood would be good at ABS challenges. And it looks like we just made a trade. The Nationals and the Yankees just made a trade. So I just got that notification. We'll check it out in a second. But it was a minor leaguer trade. We'll see who we got. But that was just finished now. So Taboni is active. 2-2 to Wood. Wood takes something in the dirt, and it's a full count. That was off the dirt. Rutschman hopped up like Nunez was going to go, but he's not. 3-2 no outs. I could see Nunez go here. First time through the lineup, the Nationals were 1 for 7 with 2 walks and a Lyle single. Nunez out to a decent lead. The 3-2. And Wood cracks this one out to left. Right under it is Cowser. He'll make the catch for out number 1. So nothing doing there for Wood. He's 0 for 2 now. Wood seems like he's been in a slump since July 2025. So we'll see if he can find his way out of it. So now it'll be Drew Millis, the catcher. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to second. And then on deck will be Garcia, the first baseman, not the second baseman, the first baseman, Garcia. Millis with his open stance, hands held high. First pitch to Millis, and he grounds this one to the first baseman, who will take it himself to the bag. Nunez was already on the move to second, so he'll advance up to second on the ground out. So now there's 2 outs and a runner on second for Luis. Opportunity for an RBI here. A base hit could drive in Nunez. A base hit anywhere could drive in Nunez. Nunez is a very fast runner. That is one of his best upsides. It's just how fast he is. Garcia wearing yellow batting gloves here. Bradish looking for signs. He comes set. Doesn't even take a look at Nunez. Now he does. First pitch to Garcia, and Garcia takes high with the fastball. It's a 1-0. The upper decks for this game are practically empty. There's a few people every so often, like 2 people per section. And there are sections that are dead empty, like a row of 10 sections that are completely empty. The 1-0 to Garcia. Garcia check swing, appeal. No, says third base umpire Miller. The 2-0 is coming. Here's the pitch to Garcia. Garcia swings and misses on a slider that goes inside on him, and it's 2-1. That was a good slider that cut inside on Garcia. Bradish sets the 2-1, and Garcia check swings, gets out in front of Rutschman. It'll be 2-2. 2-2, 2 outs. Nunez on second. This was a 135 start. It's already 2:18. And we find ourselves in the top of the third. As you know, I've mentioned earlier, no extra innings in this game. It's a spring training exhibition game. So time taken. So clock stops. Bradish sets. I was about to say Cowser sets. It's Bradish. Here's the pitch to Garcia. Garcia swings and misses on a slider inside, and that is out number 3. Third strikeout for Bradish. Ends the inning. So after the walk, Bradish able to get him all out. So that'll end the top of the third. One runner left after the walk, and we will head to the bottom of the third, and it is Baltimore 1, Nationals nothing. Good weather around. We'll check the weather in Baltimore real quickly because I want to know why Parker's in a long sleeve shirt. It can't be that cold. If you're wondering, in Boston, it's actually 45. So it is cold and raining over there. So maybe that's why Fitzy doesn't have a stream going. In D.C., it's 77. So in Baltimore, it is 74. So it seems to be, I'm going to go to Camden. Maybe that's a better location. Yeah, it seems to be 73 there, and it's going to get up to 74. So Mitchell Parker has a long sleeve shirt on for absolutely nothing. Not for the weather, obviously. So leading it off in the third is going to be Alexander, as I mentioned in the top of the third, because I just thought they'd be hitting. It was just slipped from my mind for a second that the Nationals were hitting. This is Blaze Alexander. We'll see how he does. Bottom of the third getting underway. Parker still on the mound. Into the wind. Here's the first pitch to Mr. Blaze. That's a curveball that dunks in there, called strike one, and it's an 0-1 count. The 9-hole hitter for the Orioles. Parker is going to go into the wind. It's a slow windup. Here's the pitch to Blaze Alexander. That is outside, ball one with the curveball. It's a 1-1 count. On deck is going to be Gunnar for the Orioles. Here's the 1-1. That is swing and a miss at a slider, and it's 1-2. 1-2, no outs. This is Camden Yards. They call it Oriole Park at Camden Yards. I thought it was just Camden. But the stadium, just the first rows are filled. The rest is practically empty, so it must be pretty quiet there. Not as loud as it would be during a postseason game or a clutch game. The 1-2. Swing and a miss on a slider inside. Strikeout number 6 for Parker. He is cruising out there. He gave up the home run in the second, but otherwise, he's found a groove. So now that'll bring up the top of the lineup. First time through the order. The Orioles are 2 for 9 against Parker. They had a single with Rutschman and a home run with Colton Cowser. And now Gunnar Henderson will get his first try here. He's 0 for 1 strikeout to lead off the bottom of the first early on. Parker into the wind. First pitch to Gunnar. And Gunnar lines this one foul. It'll be 0-1. On deck is Rutschman, the catcher. He's 1 for 1 with a single to right. Parker gets his sign into the wind. Here's the pitch to Gunnar. And Gunnar swings and fouls this one down the left field line. We'll do 0-2 now. Parker has 42 pitches here in the third. We'll see if he's a starter or a bullpen arm in this season. The 0-2 is swung on, hit high to center field. Going back is Young at the track, at the wall, and that one is gone. Gunnar Henderson with a solo home run. Here in the bottom of the third, it's a 2-0 game. That's Gunnar with a solo shot. He had already seen Parker once, and he goes yard on him. Young didn't have a prayer to try to rob that one. Second home run of the game for the Orioles. Seems to be the only way they're really getting runs here is with home runs. Because they had a single. It didn't really amount to anything. Now Cowser and Gunnar still drive a couple out of here. So it's 2-0 early on here in the third. The Nationals have their work cut out for them in the fourth. Now it's going to be Adley from the right side. First pitch to Rutschman. That's inside, ball one with the fastball. It's a 1-0 count. That one was driven hard to center. Straight on to center field. Parker into the wind. 1-0. That's a curveball that stays up, and it's a 2-0 count. I'd like you guys to be able to see the screen, so here's what I'm going to do. Scroll down to there. So there we go. Now you can see the board. I wanted you to be able to see it. The 2-0 is outside ball 3, and it's immediately 3-0. So just let me make the call, but that is the scoreboard if you want to see it. So it'll be 3-0, 1 out. Parker into the wind. The pitch to Rutschman. Called strike one in there. It's a 3-1 count. It's on the low and inside corner. Just ignore the score bug if you want. I was thinking of scrolling it back up so you can't even see the scoreboard. All you can see is the score. But now you can see every pitch and where it is. Parker will go into the wind. The 3-1. Swing and a miss on a slider that goes inside on Rutschman. That slider has been working. But also 2 home runs have been hit off of it. So sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. It could be pitch by pitch, it could be batter by batter, or game by game. That's just how baseball is. Parker will go into the wind. 3-2 to Rutschman. Swinging a fly ball out to shallow right. Coming in is Lyle. He will make the catch on the run for out number 2. Nice little play there by Lyle for out number 2. So now there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Pete Alonso, who flew out to left in his first try back in the 1st. He's 0 for 1. He wears number 25. He wore 20 with the Mets. We'll see how he likes the Orioles jersey. Maybe he hits 400 here in Baltimore, or he hits 100. First pitch to Alonso. It's a curveball that's low, high and outside, ball 1. So 1-0 count. Alonso wearing sunglasses here in this Baltimore game. He's played here in Camden before, but this is his first time being at home, the 1-0. It's a curveball that finds its way into the zone. It's a 1-1 count. Alonso wanted to challenge it for a second, but he doesn't. Parker goes into the wind. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, and a fastball on the outside corner, and it's 1-2. So 1-2, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. There's a good pitch there. Had 92.9 miles an hour. I was able to see the scoreboard there from Alonso's camera, so I could see that it was 92.9 on the dot. Parker goes into the wind. The pitch to Alonso. Swinging a ground ball foul, and we'll do 1-2 again. On deck is Tyler O'Neill, the right fielder. After him is Mountcastle, but hopefully Parker only has to see Alonso in this inning. At 53 pitches now. Parker wheels and deals. Called strike 3 with the slider. And that is strikeout number 7 for Parker. And that'll end the 3rd. But another run is on the board after the solo home run. Another 1-hit, 1-run inning. So after 3 innings, it is now 2-0 Orioles. So we're going to get going. Lyle will lead it off for the Nationals, and then it's going to be House and Abrams. Here we go. It's going to be Lyle, House, Abrams. Abrams, as I mentioned, usually hits in the leadoff hole. He flew out to right in his first try. We'll see how he does out of a new hole that he does not know. He doesn't hit 6th usually. He hits 1st, 2nd. I think he hit 3rd at one point. But he's not really been a 6-hole type of guy. He's always been the leadoff hitter. He's always been the stud or something. He hit 2nd a good amount when Young was the leadoff hitter for a stint. Young was the leadoff hitter during the 2024 Beltway Series. That's just a little nugget I remember. The Young hit leadoff during that stretch of May. It was cold weather. They were in San Francisco. They played in Boston where he was the leadoff hitter, but that was work that Young saw as a leadoff hitter that made Abrams a 2-hole hitter. And that was before Wood came along, when the lineup became Abrams-Wood for a good amount of time. But now we have Lyle, who's a really good hitter, who can hit 4-hole. So I would love to see Dalen Lyle hit cleanup a lot more. I love how my screen is dictated, the camera is dictated by the color of the stream that I'm watching the game on. It's over here. Top of the 4th here. 2-0 lead for the Orioles. They have 3 hits in the game. The Nationals have only managed 1 hit. Coming into the 4th. So Bradish will work into the fourth inning here, and he'll face Dalen Lyle, who's 1-for-1, the only hit for the Nationals in this one. First pitch to Lyle. Lyle takes a curveball in the dirt, ball 1. Bradish probably regretting giving him that first pitch fastball in the second that Lyle immediately drove to right for a base hit. That's something Lyle does. He will hop on a pitch quickly. Bradish set at the belt. 1-0 to Lyle, and Lyle looks at a curveball inside. It's a 2-0 count. No outs. Bradish sets. Here's the pitch to Lyle. Called, strike 1 in there. It's a 2-1 count. It's low with the fastball in there. Bradish sets. Here's the 2-1 to Lyle. Lyle takes a sinker in there, and it's called strike 2. And now it's 2-2 with no outs. On deck is House, who had a great spring. We'll see how he does in his situation here in Baltimore. Maybe he just liked the warm weather. Then hopefully he rakes in the summertime, if he likes the warm weather that much. It's a warm weather sport. Baseball is a very warm sport. The 2-2. And Lyle grounds this one right to the second baseman, Blaze Alexander. He fires over to first. It's out number 2. Or out number 1, excuse me. So that'll bring up Brady House, the third baseman. Bradish has 44 pitches. He's been pretty pitch efficient here in the fourth. He has been efficient the entire game. Now he'll face Brady House, who was a stud for the Nationals in spring this season. First pitch to House, and House grounds this one. Diving play by Blaze Alexander, not made, and that one goes into right center field for a base hit. So the Nationals have their second base hit of the game with a Brady House single through the hole. So what Brady House does, he finds holes. He's not exactly the most powerful hitter ever, but he can drive a ball like that, just grab himself a single, get out of a hole. So now Abrams will hit with a runner on first. I think now the Nationals are thinking, try to win a little. Here's first pitch to Abrams. That's inside ball 1. Now you're in Baltimore. Tomorrow you're in DZ. Let's think about winning now. But let's do that. Let's actually focus on winning a little. Bradish set at the belt. Here's the 1-0 to Abrams. And Abrams grounds this one through the hole in the right field. That's a base hit. So that'll stop House at second. And now there's a runner on first and second with 1 out. What's up, Alex McCutcheon, 4655? He says, hi, all. What is up? Thanks for tuning in. We got Nationals Orioles action here. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for tuning in with me. So runner on first and second, Abrams on first, and House on second with 2 hits in a row. So Bradish back out there. Thanks for tuning in, Alex McCutcheon. Here's the first pitch to Young, and Young swings and misses at a slider. So 2 base hits here, the 0-1. And Young grounds this one to the shortstop. Henderson will go to second when they go to first. Not in time. So they got the first out on Abrams. So Young grounded it to shortstop Henderson, who went to second with it for out number 2 in the inning. But now there's runners on the corners with 2 out. I don't think they can challenge. It's still spring. But if I were the Orioles, I'd challenge. But it looks really close. I don't think they can challenge, though. Now, 2 outs, yep, you can't. So 2 outs, runners on the corners. A chance for the Nationals here in the bottom of the third to put a run on the board. It'll be Jose Tena. So Tana has runners on the corners, a chance for an RBI here with 2 outs. Get something going for the Nationals. Bradish trying to work himself out of a jam, though. First pitch to Tana. He takes a curveball or slider in there called strike 1. Thanks for hanging out with us, Alex McCutcheon. Maybe you're a Nats or an O's fan, but thanks for hanging out. Bradish checking his signs. He steps off here. Now, Bradish sets. It'll be an 0-1 here to Tana. Here's the pitch. And Tana grounds this one right into the shift. Henderson will take it to the bag himself, and that'll end the top of the 3rd. Not what the Nationals need there. Right into the shift, too. So it's a 6 unassisted to the end of the inning. Set strands 2 runners on base. After they get 2 hits, no runs, no errors, we will head to the bottom of the 3rd. And now it's Nationals, nothing. Orioles with 2 runs on the board. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Tyler O'Neill to lead it off for the Orioles in the bottom of the 4th. Got plenty of poll votes. Looks like 75-25. 75% say the Nationals. We'll check on some other MLB scores as we have the time now. Here's we enter to the bottom of the 4th. Thanks for hanging out with us today. So we got our game, of course, and then, of course, the Cardinals and the Astros, 3-2 game. Cardinals have the lead. The Pirates and the Red Sox are going. Pirates have the 2-1 lead. The Twins are playing the Braves. The Twins have the lead at 5-3. The Phillies are visiting the Yankees. Yankees have a 4-0 lead. In the top of the 5th, the Rays are losing to the Blue Jays 13-0. And the Mets are beating the Marlins 3-1. It's PAS's game. Upcoming, the Reds and the Guardians will play. The Brewers will visit the Cubs. We still got a spring breakout game to go. Brewers prospects and Athletics prospects. The Athletics and the Rockies will play a game. The Giants and the River Cats. That's a minor league game. Technically a minor league game. They're playing a minor league affiliate. Mariners, White Sox, Dodgers, Angels, D-backs, Padres. Dodgers, Angels doesn't start till 9:07. Wow, so you got a late game. They're at Angel Stadium, though. So they're into the West Coast, swinging back home for a little while. So that's going to be Tyler O'Neill to lead off the bottom of the 4th. First pitch. Swinging a fly ball in a foul ground. Millis going over, but that one will get out of play. So it'll be an 0-1 count. Tyler O'Neill 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the 1st. Parker will go into the wind. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball foul, and we'll do 0-2 again. I got 6 likes on the stream. Thank you, everybody, for hitting that like button. And for the subscribers, of course. But be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. Help us gain subscribers. This is an upcoming channel. We got a lot of baseball coming up. Parker will work out of the wind on 0-2. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a foul off of Millis' mask, but he'll get a ball immediately, so it looks like he's okay. So now we'll do 0-2 again. Mills taking a minute here, making sure he's okay. He tells the umpire he is okay, so it looks like we'll go. His catcher's gear says Millie right here on his chest. So right here, right under his neck, that part of the gear, it says Millie. That's actually pretty good. I like when they do something fun with their gear. No outs, bottom of the 4th. The pitch to O'Neill. Swinging a foul back, and we'll do 0-2 again. That was a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Thanks for tuning in to District Nation for this game, and thank you to everybody who's been at plenty of the streams, because I know silent viewers are there as well. Thanks for all the views. Parker will go out of the wind. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a check swing foul off, and we'll do 0-2 again. I wonder if the bullpen's active at all. They haven't shown it at all, but I assume we might get someone coming into the game soon enough. Because Parker's at 59 pitches, and with this pitch, will be at pitch 60. And this is spring training, technically, still with this exhibition game. Parker to the wind. 0-2. Swing and a fly ball down the left field line towards the corner. This one is fair off the wall. Wood will play it off the wall. Bounces off the wall. O'Neal will jog to second. That one's fired into Abrams, and Tyler O'Neill leads this inning off with a double. Only the second hit of the game that isn't a home run. So now there's a runner on second with no outs. 60 pitches for Parker now. This looks like they got a man doing some plyos out there. I think that's Andrew Alvarez just getting his arm loose. So he's not warming up just yet, not even throwing yet, just getting loose. Parker's now going to work out of the set position with a runner on second. First pitch to Mountcastle, and he fouls this one back, and we'll do 0-1. Mountcastle 0 for 1 in this game. He's playing first. Alonso's the DH of this game. Still a spring training game, but it'd be nice to get a win here for the Nationals. The 0-1. That's grounded. Played made by third baseman House. No throw, though. What a nice little sliding play there. Was in the hole, but he decided to make a nice play there, but no throw. So that's a base hit for Ryan Mountcastle. O'Neal stays at second. So now there's runners on first and second with no one away. I'm wondering, when will Parker get taken out? I'm interested. He had to range over, had to dive onto the ground, made a nice play there, wanted to make the throw, but he stayed on the ground just too long and couldn't make the throw. But good play there by House. I didn't want him to eat it and go through, but he did not. He made a nice play there. So now it'll be Kobe Mayo. First pitch to Mayo's low and inside with the slider, and it's 1-0. A lot of movement on that slider in today's game. Parker gets his sign. He comes set. Set of the belt, then brings his hands up. The 1-0. It's low, blocked slider, and it's 2-0. Time was called there, so no one could run. Also, if you didn't notice, Drew Millis is spelled with 2 L's. I did not know this. I thought it was spelled with 1 L. I always wrote it in my scorebook with 1 L, and then I noticed it a few months ago, late in the season. But it's not like I pronounced it wrong. It's still Millis. Parker sets. 2-0. That's a slider or curveball that'll dunk in there. It's a 2-1 count. 2-1, no outs. Parker checks his sign. He comes set. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Play made by House this time. He'll go to the bag. No throw to first. Another nice play by House. That was a ball down the line. He makes a nice little play on it. Decides to go to the bag. But that's the fielder's choice to get out number 1. So that is a good play there. Brings Mountcastle over to second. And Mayo's now at first, but there's 1 out. I was hit down the line, but House made a great play. Immediately was thinking to try to get a double play, but couldn't. Just went to the bag instead. But good range there by Brady House. Parker now at 66 pitches. Will face Colton Cowser. First pitch to Cowser. That's a fastball in there, or a curveball. Excuse me. It's an 0-1 count. Parker sets. 0-1. Swing and a miss at a slider, and it's 0-2. Parker sets. It's going to be 0-2 with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. on the slider. Strikeout number 8 for Mitchell Parker to get out number 2. Parker already has a good outing here, even though he gave up 2 runs. It's a good outing with 8 strikeouts. So he's looking good. If he could just limit the hits and the runs, he's a good pitcher. And I think overall he's a good pitcher. So he will stay in here with 69 pitches on his count. He'll face Audi Taveras. First pitch to Taveras. That's a curveball that stays up, no really drop there. It's a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's a check swing on a ball in the dirt. It's a 2-0 count. They appealed and no, said first base umpire Miller. So it's going to be 2-0, 2 outs. Parker sets. Here is the 2-0. That is swung on and missed. Yes, there with the slider. It's a 2-1 count. Parker's slider is the pitch that is working today. Not many other pitches are working. He's given up contact, but the slider, when it works, it really, really works. Parker sets. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. So it's 2-2, 2 outs. Parker at 73 pitches now. On deck is Blaze Alexander, the second baseman. Parker checking his signs. I bet he goes back to the slider here because it is working. Here's the pitch. Down low, ball 3 with the slider. I knew he'd go back to it. That is an interesting take. That is a very interesting take. I haven't seen that movie in a minute, though, so I can't really confirm that. Can't really confirm that thought. And it looks like it's going to be Sinclair in the bullpen for the Nats. He'll probably come in the 5th. It's an interesting take on the looks. Parker sets. 74 pitches, 3-2 count. Runners on first and second. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball. This one is made by Nunez. Sliding play. Goes to first. In time for the out. What a play by Nasim Nunez. Run saving there. A sliding play and fires it over to first to get the out. He hopped up. Basically did like a flip there. And got it over to first for the out. What a play. That'll end the inning. So 2 hits on the inning, no runs. They leave 2 guys on base. And now we're through 4 innings. And it's Orioles 2, Nationals nothing. And we'll head to the 5th. Leading off is going to be Nunez, the run saver. It looks like Sinclair is going to come in for the Nationals in the 5th. No one warming up in the O's bullpen, as far as I know. Might get a thing by him. Another interesting take. Maybe I am, you don't know. So it's going to be Nunez, Wood, Millis. No one coming out of the bullpen just yet. But it looks like Parker's day might be over. He had 4 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. He gave up 2 home runs. But the biggest thing, that 8 in the strikeout column. The 8 in the strikeout column is absolutely great. He may not be a starter, but give him an inning. Every so often, give him a long outing. If, let's say, Littell can't get through 4 innings, let Parker come in and do what he needs to do. Let Parker... If he can limit the contact just a little bit, I think Parker can be a weapon out of the bullpen. See if Brydish comes out for the 5th. His pitch count was not nearly as high as Parker's. But the Nationals started to put a dent into him in the 4th inning with the House single, Abrams with a single, and then just a few fielder's choice happened. Couldn't really manufacture a run, though. We'll see if the Nationals can bring the pitching they did during spring training, let that translate to the regular season. So it's going to be Nasim Nunez. He's no at-bats just yet. Had a walk first. Here's first pitch to Nunez, and he lines this one caught by Gunnar up the middle, who's been shifted most of this game, almost basically cheating over there. But that's out number 1. Gunnar has been over there the entire game, just right up the middle. So it's out number 1. Bradish is back into the game. So now on deck is going to be Wood, the left fielder. Or excuse me, hitting now. Wood 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout. First pitch to Wood, and Wood takes a curveball in there called strike 1. Wood's got to swing the bat a little. Here's the pitch. That is inside, ball 1. Is Gray going to be our starting pitcher for our pitching staff this season? Well, he got sent down to AAA about a week ago. So it's going to be Bradish sets. Gray is in Rochester to start. Going to get his work cut out there. The 1-1 lone outside, ball 2. I could see Josiah getting called up early on. But the thing is, Gray is going to have to work for it because we have pitchers out there. We have veterans now. The arm's there. We have a good amount of veterans and good pitchers who are confirmed. Gray hasn't pitched an MLB game since 2024. The 2-1 is lined into right field. That's a base hit. Fielded cleanly by O'Neill, but James Wood has a nice little knock here in the 5th. So that's his first hit of the game. He's 1 for 3 in the leadoff hole. So that's a base hit for Wood. Yeah, I could see Gray finding a pitching staff spot. Gray is a very good pitcher. The thing is, Davey Martinez knew him. Davey would give him a shot. Butera doesn't know him yet. Butera, Taboni, and Colombi would like to see him in Rochester first, see how he does down there, and then you can see if he's ready, officially ready, because he is very injury prone. First pitch is upstairs, ball 1. He got a very, very injury that kept him out for an entire season, so you got to let him build up. I would love to see him pitch, but I think he may be a part of the staff at some point. He will be in there at some point. He's useless in the bullpen because he's not much better out of the pen. The way he pitches, he gets better as he goes. Inside, ball 2. You hooped like Dwight Powell. Okay, well, Dwight Powell is a NBA basketball player who's a good power forward, so he does have good highlights. It's going to be 2-0 here to Millis with 1 out. Dwight Powell, a very important part of the Mavericks offense. One of the best pick-and-roll players in the league. The 2-0 is upstairs, ball 3. So it looks like Bradish is starting to lose it just a little. After getting that first out of Nunez, he has to pitch to Millis and Wood now, and now Garcia's on deck. So Nationals threatening once again here. And Bradish set at the belt, the 3-0. That is right in there, called strike 1. There is no way Drew Millis has the green light, even in an exhibition game, in one of these games. Dwight Powell, I think, is one of the best pick-and-roll players. Yeah, but in his one pick-and-roll, he works it. His pick-and-roll with Cooper Flagg or Najee Marshall is a very good pick-and-roll. The 3-1 is outside, ball 4, and Drew Millis draws a walk. So now there's runners on first and second. I seen news last year that Gray was coming back during the second half of the season, but never did. Yeah, these injury reports, if it says one thing, if it's a longer delay as well, add about 6 months to it. Gray was expected second half. The one where they said it was second half, the only one who came back was Cade, and that was an absolute miracle. The pitch to Garcia, and Garcia grounds this one. Play not made by Mountcastle, going to flip it up to his pitcher in time for the out, and that's out number 2 on the ground out. Sets a 3-1 ground out, the second one of the game, but advances both runners. So Millis drew the walk, ends up at second. Wood is now at third. Further, your brother plays like Ben Simmons. He does. He does. He's this like point guard who's 6'3" and wants to shoot threes, but he can't shoot threes. So he's not really the shooting type. He can't really shoot from deep. Here's the first pitch to Dalen Lyle, and that is in there, called strike 1 on the outside corner. He does hoop like Ben Simmons. A player I would describe him, though, if anyone knows the name, is Contavious Caldwell Pope. That's a good name. That's a good way for describing my brother's basketball play. Contavious Caldwell Pope. NBA champion, but useless. So now runners on first and second. On second is Wood. Lyle on first after the ground out. Excuse me, second and third. I knew it was right, but I was questioning in my head the pitch. That's high, and it's a 1-1 count. But on this point, you got it. The IL, they're so wrong with it. He's going to be out for so much longer. I think Ray comes back in May. He'll be in the rotation by May. He'll get a start in April where everyone goes crazy, and then he'll be off for about a week, and then he'll give him the spot. The 1-1. Lyle fouls this one down the left field line. It's 1-2. So now a real chance for the Nationals to drive in a run. Lyle could really drive in a run here. He has runners on second and third, and he has a hit. So we'll see what he can do against Bradish. Bradish now at 65 pitches. The pitch to Lyle. Lyle flies this one into shallow center, going out to Henderson. Coming in is the center fielder, Tavares, who will make the catch. And there's going to be no runs for the Nationals once again. They leave two in scoring position. And that will do it. One hit on the inning, two left on base. So it is 2-0. And we'll head to the bottom of the fifth. Leading off is going to be Blaze Alexander. So they tried to score that time, but they can't. Jump shot of Kwame Brown, build of Drewski, health of Anthony Davis, the finishing of Max, the shooting of Rajon Rondo, and the mentality of Ben Simmons. Describing yourself? I assume so, but hey, you got to let Anthony Davis, when he's healthy, one of the best players in the league. Kwame Brown, when he gets hot, he's hot. Finishing of which Max, because if it's Max Christie, then I'm very complimented by that. Shooting of Rajon Rondo, he shoots people well with his passes, so that works. And the mentality of Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons knows what to do when he's in the playoffs, so. When we traded to the Gore to the Rangers, did we ever talk to them about making Corey Seager a part of the deal? I would seriously doubt that, and here's why. Abrams for another couple of years, Seaver King, and Eli Willits. We are set at shortstop. Shortstop is one place. We are set. Max from CYA, okay. We are set at shortstop. Because you got Abrams, who's going to be a good player this year, I believe, maybe. All-star in 2024. Seaver King in a couple years could be translated to short or second. And then Eli Willits, number one pick of 2025. We are set at shortstop. Instead of Corey Seager, I could look at the Rangers roster. There are other guys I would want. I would not want Corey Seager. Corey Seager, 1 year of good, and then we trade him away. 1 year, or we'd lose him to free agency because he's a short-term contract type of guy, so unless he's with the Rangers, so I don't see him going over there, going over to D.C. and wanting to play well. He's with the Rangers. He loves the Rangers. Why would he come to Texas? I'm not insulting the thought in any way. I would love to have Corey Seager, but we're good at short. I think shortstop's one place we are good. That's a good take, though. That's a good take. So it's going to be Blaze Alexander to lead it off here in the bottom of the fifth. It's going to be a new pitcher for the Nationals. Sinclair's on the mound now. It's outside ball one. It's a 1-0 count. We'll get some stats in on Sinclair in a second. It's going to be Blaze Alexander again. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That was Parker's 6th strikeout of the game. The pitch is inside ball one. It's a 2-0 count. This is Jack Sinclair. He was in AA and AAA, 53 games down there, 5.68 ERA. He did better in AA than he did in AAA, though. The pitch. This is swung on and missed by Blaze Alexander. Sinclair gets the swing and miss. But I like the Seager thought. But there's other guys I'd want. I'd love to talk about in a second when I get the roster up. But I think Gavin Fiend was a good piece. That was a good trade. Maybe we didn't win the trade yet, but it's a good trade. That clips the inside part of the zone. It's 2-2 with the sinker. Sinclair with the 96-mile-an-hour sinker. Let him try to throw hard here. Set at the belt. The 2-2. Called strike three with a sweeper. Gets right back into the zone. Strikeout number 1 for Sinclair. going right after Blaze Alexander there. So now he'll face Gunnar. Sinclair comes set. First pitch. That is, clips the outside part of the zone. It's 0-1. So now it's going to be an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And Gunnar swings and misses. Got him down to one knee. Wow. So it's going to be an 0-2 count with one out. Sinclair steps back onto the rubber. He works strictly out of the set. He has a bullpen arm. I would love to see Sinclair a little bit during the regular season. The 0-2 is low and outside, ball one. It's a 1-2 count. So I'm trying to get the Rangers up to see if there's any major league guys, if I was the GM, who I would look at. I don't think they play today then. So they're not up here. Checking on Saturday's games. Sinclair sets. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball two. Can't seem to find the Rangers game results anywhere. Because I'm just trying to get up their team so I can see their roster. That is swung on, fouled off, and we'll do 2-2 again. There we go. So they played the Giants on Friday. Is there any Ranger I would want? Normally I'd say Gore, because that is the Ranger I want, because I would love to see Gore. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball, foul again. We'll do 2-2 again. Maybe a guy we could use. Peterson's too veteran. You can't really. I don't think we could get Langford realistically. They would never give him up. Realistically, Josh Young. Would they be willing to give up Josh Young for Gore? That is something I would like. I would think about that. Josh Young for Gore. The 2-2. Swinging a line drive down the left field line, but it's foul, and we'll do 2-2 again. Realistically, if we could get Josh Young for Gore, that'd be good. And I don't think if we get Young, we do get Fiend, though. We're not getting Gavin Fiend if we get Josh Young. And I think Young is Fiend is an important part of our system now. He did great in the spring breakout game. So it's basically useless by this point to trade him away. What if we traded Gore for another ace starting? That'd be a good one. Swinging a foul back. Another ace starting pitcher. Another ace starting pitcher. I'm just going to get up the rotation. I don't think we'd get an ace for them because Gore isn't an ace. But of course, as soon as he leaves, he becomes an ace. So that's kind of annoying sometimes. I don't know any aces on their squad. The 2-2 is inside, ball three. We could get, realistically, they wouldn't give up Leiter. He's too much of a young guy. I don't think we're getting... realistically, I'm asking this a question. Could we get Nathan Eovaldi? Not really an ace, but 11-3 record with a 1.73. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets Gunnar out. That's strikeout number 2 for Jack Sinclair. 2 strikeouts in a row. So Sinclair will now face Rutschman, who's going to turn around and hit lefty after hitting righty against Mitchell Parker. Realistically, maybe we could have gotten Nathan Eovaldi. I'm just saying, Nathan Eovaldi. I think they'd be willing to do that if we threw in minor league guys, but then it'd just be us giving away our team. That'd be us selling. That wouldn't even be us getting anything out of it. We'd have to trade away Gore, maybe someone like... I think they'd want Caleb Lamavita in that. And then another prospect. That's what I would think they'd want. And then we'd get Eovaldi. But they'd need to be rebuilding by that. It's outside, ball one. It's a 1-1 count. If we got Eovaldi, that'd be them saying we are rebuilding. He was 11-3 with a sub-2 ERA. Or starter. I think Eovaldi was a starter. I don't know. He did have 14 games won, so. The 1-1. That's outside, ball 2. So he was... I want to get this up. Did he start in that season. Don't think that's right then. It says he was 0-1 in 2025. That one is low ball 3, and it's a 3-1 count. I'm trying to get these stats up so I can see it. 11-3 with a 22 games, 11-3 with a 1.73. That'd be good. I think Nathan Eovaldi, the 3-1, that's going to clip the zone, and it's 3-2 now. Sinclair found the zone again. It's a full count. I think if we got Eovaldi for Gore, we wouldn't even be rebuilding. That would be a we want to win trade. And I don't think we need to make we want to win trades, but if I was making one, Eovaldi, Lamavita, and Caden Wallace for Nathan Eovaldi, they would take that. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line and foul again. Gore was our ace. He was an all-star. So there's a lot of trade value. He had a lot of value around the trade deadline. I don't know why we didn't dunk him there. Get rid of him when he has value, and when he didn't, start not doing well. Get rid of him then. Get something good. Get more than just Fiend, and you're looking good. The 3-2. Swing! And a miss. And Sinclair strikes out this side in the 5th. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. Another 0 put on the board. We'll head to the 6th. It is Orioles 2, Nationals nothing. But I think realistically getting Eovaldi, that could happen. I got still few people in the stream. On the poll, 70% say the Nationals, 20 for the Orioles, and 10 for extra innings, even though extra innings won't happen. Extra innings won't happen. I just put those 3 as a default, really. And we got 7 likes. Okay, thanks to everybody who's liking the stream. So coming up is going to be House, then Abrams, then Young. They both hit in the 5th, or in the 4th, so they're fresh as we go to the 6th inning. We might get subs starting soon. It is an exhibition, though, but not all the players. I think just most of the players will get subbed out. You'll see them through the field at first. So the only thing we have is Sinclair replacing Parker so far, but I assume Bradish's day is done as well. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We're getting closer to the 150 mark. As now it's going to be Alonso, O'Neill, or excuse me, I keep saying the Orioles lineup. It's going to be House, Abrams, Young to start off the 6th. Is that Bradish back out there? No way. They let him back out there. So Bradish is going to go out for the 6th. He's worked 5 innings, 4 hits. We'll see how he does. First pitch to House. Lone inside, ball 1 with the 92-mile-an-hour sinker. And it's 1-0. The 1-0 to House. And House swings and misses at a slider that drops out of the zone, and it's 1-1. Bradish set at the belt. 1-1 to House, and House takes it in there, and it's 1-2. House needs to swing the axe a little. Do what he was doing during spring. Find that energy. The 1-2. Low ball 2 with a slider, and it's 2-2. Bradish is at 70 pitches now. I think they're just trying to get him ready for... They're treating this like a real start for him. Just get him ready for the regular season. The 2-2 to House. And House grounds this one foul, and we'll do 2-2 again. If you don't know, this is a spring training game. This is in the thumbnail, but this is not a regular season game. Even though it is played at Camden Yards, this is not a regular season game. And it looks like the Orioles are treating it as such, though. 2-2 to House. House swings and grounds this one foul again. Fielded by third base coach Estevez for the Nationals. That's a new face. Rays at first. 2 new coaches. The entire staff has been changed. Simon Matthews is the pitching coach. Michael Johns is the bench coach. I think that's his name. And, of course, Blake Butera is the manager. We'll see how Butera manages this team as winners or more like tankers. And that's low ball 3 with the fastball. I can't see Butera as an ejection type of guy, though. Butera always looks so calm when they show him. He just looks like he's chilling. He holds a lineup card sometimes, standing by the hitter. He looks like a calm guy. I don't think he's going to get ejected too much. 3-2 to House. And House grounds this one, fielded by third baseman Mayo, and he fires over to first in time for out number 1. So that's out number 1. So now it's going to be C.J. Abrams, who's 1 for 2. He has a knock. Looks like the infield's going to come in here. That was grounded pretty much towards the hole, but Mayo made a nice play there and goes to first with it for out number 1. So I think this might be the end of the day for Bradish, and it is. After 74 pitches, Kyle Bradish is finally done. He's going to get a nice little ovation from the fans that are here. He'll get a nice ovation, and we'll see a new pitcher. He has a scoreless outing through 5 1/3. He did walk 3 guys and only racked up 3 strikeouts. We'll see who's into the game now. We'll see who comes in. I thought it may be Rico Garcia. I think that's who I saw. And it is. It's Rico Garcia. Thought I recognized him. Rico Garcia, the former Nat, will come into the game here in the 6th. He's a righty. Last season, in spring so far, he has 5 outings, has not given up a run yet. Last season, he was 29 games, 0-2 record with a 3.15 ERA. With the Nationals, he was anything but good. He was with us. It isn't reading him being with us, but I remember he pitched with us. Rico Garcia. Is this a different Rico Garcia? Oh, this is his spring training stats. That's why. So that's what I was seeing. Yep, Rico Garcia in 2023 had a stint with the Nationals where he had a 12 ERA over 3 games. So Rico Garcia has figured out how to be kind of good now. Decently good. Kyle Bradish with a good game. But now Garcia will come into the game. So C.J. Abrams will be the first person to see Rico Garcia. And I wonder if Sinclair will stay out there for another inning for the Nationals. Garcia sets. First pitch to Abrams. And Abrams takes the curveball inside for ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. Kyle Bradish, 5 1/3, 4 hits, no runs, 3 walks, and 3 Ks. So a good outing for him to end his spring with this exhibition game. He'll be back for the regular season. The 1-0. That one's hit on pretty deep to right. Going out is right fielder O'Neill. Comes in now. He'll make the catch for out number 2. So 2 outs now. Last year, Rico Garcia was with both the Yankees and the Orioles. He had a 119 whip, 237 against him, 10 on his Ks per 9, so he was good at getting strikeouts. 5 home runs, and he only walked 2.6 batters per 9. So good stats overall. Now to be Jacob Young. First pitch to Young, and Young takes, that's called strike 1, okay. That was a little high and outside. Maybe Young could have challenged it, but he doesn't. Young's 0 for 1 with a walk and a fielder's choice. The 0-1 to Young. And Young chops this one foul, and we'll do 0-2 now. So it's going to be 0-2, 2 outs. Rico Garcia's already worked pretty quickly here. Through his first batter face, he got it quickly out. Now he's facing his second. The pitch from Garcia. Called strike 3 on a curveball on the outside corner. So Rico Garcia gets a strikeout and a fly out in his quick outing. We'll see if he stays out there for the 7th. But that's another 0 put on the board for the Nationals as we head to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Nationals 2. The Orioles 2, Nationals. I think we're going to take a break here. Be right back in just a minute. Do not touch that channel. We will be back in just a second for the bottom of the 6th inning. And we're back with the inning number bottom 6th. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Got some good baseball going on over here. So we got a new pitcher out there for the 6th. It's Gaston now. Sandy Gaston, who was in High A and Triple A. So kind of a big translation for him. He'll come in for the 6th. 40 games with a 4.84 through his levels through the minors. First pitch from Gaston. That is outside ball 1 with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball as Ramos is going to pinch hit here. Hitting in the 3-hole for the Orioles. This is Brian Ramos. That is just inside ball 2, but there's challenge. We're going to get a challenge call early on here. We'll see what it is. I think that was Millis who challenged it. Looked like it was a strike. We'll see what the call is. The pitch, and it is a strike in there, and it's a 1-1 count. Yes. Good challenge call there by Millis. Millis was successful with his challenges through his spring training. The pitch from Gaston. Swinging a fly ball into center field. That'll be a base hit for Ramos. Young fields it and fires it in. So Ramos has a pinch hit single. I don't think there's any defensive changes yet for the Nationals. So Basallo is going to replace Ryan Mountcastle. That's up high. Excuse me, who is this? O'Neill is up to bat. So this is replacing someone on deck. I just saw ahead, but Basallo will hit on deck. So O'Neill is up. This one is flied foul. This one's in fair territory. Getting under it is second baseman Nunez will make the catch for out number 1. Sets out number 1, runner on first. Now it's going to be Basallo, the pinch hitter. So we're getting some changes here. Coming set is Gaston First pitch, and that one is outside, ball one. No swing there from Basallo. And running to second, defensive indifference there is Ramos. So he didn't really care. So he'll head over to second. Had a good jump there. Before Gaston even went to the plate, Basallo was headed to second. Here's the pitch. That is outside and high, ball two. It's a 2-0 count. We're going to have to take another break through to the top of the seventh. Just a quick one. Have to take care of something. Coming set is Gaston. He has 7 pitches here in the sixth. 2-0. That is called. Strike one. It's a 2-1 count. Open stance here for Basallo. Bat on his chest. Going to turn around and throw to second. Runner is safe back in. Basallo, a pinch hitter here. We don't know what position he'll end up at. Gaston sets. The pitch. That's low, ball 3, and it's a 3-1 count. I'm getting the NBA and the MLB ticker down low, so we got all the scores down there for all the sports. Don't even need to leave the tabs. We got all sports being shown there. I didn't even know it did that. Gaston set at the belt. 3-1. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line and fouled. We'll do 3-2 now. Samuel Basallo hit .371 with 3 home runs during his spring training time. Kobe Mayo hit .412 with 2. That's actually pretty good stats from these two guys. Here's the 3-2. Down low, ball 4, and Basallo draws a walk. Gaston sets. He's going to face Kobe Mayo now. First pitch is inside, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. Here we go. The pitch is swung on and missed by Mayo, and it's a 1-1 count. 1-1, 1 out. Gaston sets. The pitch. Swinging it off of Millis. Ooh, it's 1-2, but that one hit Millis in the leg. He's going to have to stretch out for a second. Looks like he's okay. He got up. Hopefully he's okay. So Butera and the trainer are going to come out and check on Millis. Looks like he's okay. It's funny kind of how Millis towers over Butera, who's not a tall guy. Butera's kind of a shorter guy. Mayo's going to talk to Millis and hand him his mask. Nice of Mayo, but got him right in the leg. No protection there, just got him. It must have hurt. One, 2, 1 out. Butera once again does not wear a jersey in the dugout like a lot of managers do. He's wearing a red shirt, red long sleeve shirt. Mostly managers usually do wear a uniform, or pitching coaches. That'll be called time for Mayo. I believe pitching coaches have to go outside and talk to their pitcher. Runners on first and second. Gaston sets. 1-2 to Mayo. Inside, ball 2. It's a 2-2 count with a 90-mile-an-hour cutter. So a 90-mile-an-hour pitch with movement. How do you hit that? Mayo sets. Or Gaston sets. I keep getting the pitcher and the hitter mixed up. The pitch from Gaston is high, ball 3 inside. Got Mayo running away a little bit. It'll be 3-2 now. Oh, it's high and inside. Wow. It was definitely not on purpose. He was trying to throw a different pitch. You can tell. So it'll be 3-2, 1 out. Gaston sets. The 3-2. Swinging a chopper foul, and we'll do 3-2 again, right behind the plate. So it'll be 3-2, 1 out. Gaston comes set. Now 17 pitches in the inning. Clock winding down. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball foul down the right field line, and we'll do 3-2 again. So it'll be 3-2, 1 out. Gaston sets. He delivers. Swinging a line drive down the left field line, but foul. So a good at-bat here by Mayo, making Gaston work. It's not nice that the Nationals get shut out today. I'd like them to at least get a run. Getting shut out is not fun. Especially when you're calling the game. Not fun at all. The 3-2 is coming. Shaking off, trying to get the sign he wants. The 3-2. Swinging a foul down the right field line again. So we'll get another foul ball. A long AB here. The 3-2's coming. The pitch. That's inside, ball 4, and Mayo draws a walk. So now the bases are loaded and 1 out. Brings Mountcastle over to second. Puts Ramos on third. Kind of forgot that Ramos is on base, but now Simon Matthews will come out and talk to his man Gaston. Make sure he's doing okay. Sandy Gaston, the entire infield will come in. Simon Matthews, young for a pitching coach. He's very young for a pitching coach. I think they said he was 34, 35. That's crazy. He's a pitching coach, but he seems to know what he's doing because he can calm these guys down. He just gives them a few words, and he's going to head back into the dugout. So Colton Cowser will hit now. He already has a home run in this game. Hopefully he doesn't hit a grand slam. That would not be fun. Stadium seats are almost empty out there, though. No one's standing out there trying to get balls. Wonder if Zach Hampel's here trying to catch a home run. I could see him trying to catch a home run here. 1 out, bases loaded. Gaston sets. Here's the pitch to Cowser, and Cowser takes it upstairs, ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. 1-0, 1 out. It's like time is called. Cowser called time there. On deck is Taveras. A double play here would be nice. Get out of the inning giving up no runs. Get out of bases loaded jam. A minor league guy trying to make himself known a little bit. The 1-0. That's high, ball 2. It's a 2-0 count. Walking him would not be good. You do not want this guy to get walked. Here's the 2-0. Or no, that's Tolman warming up. I thought that was a pitch coming. My eyes, I looked away to try to check something, and I immediately see the pitch coming. The 2-0. Inside, ball 3. It's 3-0. The Nationals do not need a walk here. That is something they don't need. The 3-0. Swinging a check swing foul, and we'll do 3-1. He probably had the green light there. He does have a grand slam, so I would not be surprised if he had the green light. Gaston comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul down the left field line. Just throw one like that, Gaston. Make him hit it fair. Colton Cowser has his second RBI, and he doesn't need to do too much to do it. 3 walks in a row. Brings in Ramos, and it's 3-0. So Gaston can't get out of it, and now Blake Butera will come in from out of the dugout, and he will take out. Looks like Butera is going to give him a handshake and a pat on the back, and Eddie Gaston's day is over after 0.1 innings. He only got 1 hit on. We don't know how many runs he had, but three walks and no strikeouts. So that's going to be someone coming in for him. That's going to be Tavares to hit. We'll see who's on the mound now. It's going to be Tolman on the mound for the Nationals now. Eric Tolman. He is a lefty. First lefty out of the pen after 2 righties. Parker, the starter, was a lefty himself. So no substitutions besides that. No Nationals or Orioles substitutions besides the couple pinch hitters we already saw and talked about just a little bit. Probably see a lot more in the 7th. They usually start in the 6th or 7th. Sometimes even the 5th. Sure, getting going here with more of the bottom of the 6th. Be sure to stick with us for the rest of the game. We'll be redirecting to someone probably after the game, someone covering one of the later games or college baseball or March Madness. Any one of those, we'll check them out. I'm wondering, I'm following UVA just a little. I had them go into the Elite 8. I want to know how they're doing. So their game is at 6:10. That's UVA, Tennessee. I would like UVA to win that. Root for UVA. UVA and Navy are my 2 teams. So now Tavares will stay in the game, hitting here in the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Tolman the lefty. First pitch. Swing and a miss, and a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Blown him away with that one. Eric Tolman with single A, high A, and double A. 33 games, 13 starts, a 3-3 record with a 3.67 ERA. The 0-1. That is a changeup that'll drop to 84 and low, and it'll be a 1-1 count. That'll be Tavares, 0 for 2. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. The changeup in the zone that time, and it's 1-2. One, 2, 1 out. Time called by Tavares, the center fielder. He has a strikeout and a grounded into fielder's choice that ended an inning. That ground out got Parker out of some trouble there. Tolman sets, trying to get out of a bases-loaded jam. The 1-2. Down low, ball 2. It's a 2-2 count. This will be 2-2, 1 out. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball down the right field line and foul. We'll do 2-2 again. Two, 1 out. Tolman. Getting his signs. He comes set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and a 98-mile-an-hour fastball and high. Strikeout number 1 for Tolman, and out number 2. Getting out of a bases-loaded jam with 1 out coming in would be amazing for Tolman. Especially get him on the board a little bit. Put him on the Nationals' radar. Get up to the MLB this year. We'd love to have you, Tolman. Eric Tolman, a double-A guy. And now he's going to face off with Blaze Alexander. Tolman set. First pitch. Right in there, called strike 1. It's 0-1. Oh, 1, 2 outs. Tolman sets. The 0-1. Ooh, that one got him in the hand, and that's a run in. Nails him in the hand with a fastball up, and that will drive in a run. So it's 4-0 now. So now, that'll score Basalo, Mayo over to third, Cowser to second, and Alexander's now on first. Butera puts his sunglasses on, didn't have them off. Maybe took them off because he was happy. Now he puts them right back on. That gets Alexander in the elbow, actually. Got him on the guard, so he should be okay. Now, first one to Gunner's in there with a slider. It's 0-1. Oh, 1, 2 outs. Tolman, the pitch. Check swing. And no, says third base umpire Marcel, and it's a 1-1 count. Tolman will work a 1-1 here. Here's the pitch. High ball 2 with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Tolman should probably work on his command a little before he gets to the MLB. He's wearing some sort of cast on his right leg. Like a cast around his shoe up to a little bit up his leg. I don't know what that is for. I'd like to know. The 2-1 from Tolman. That is high and inside, ball 3 with a slider, and it's a 3-1 count. So there's the Nationals bullpen we know and love. If you're a Nats fan, you know what I'm talking about. Here's a 3-1. High ball 4, and that's another walk, and it's a 5-0 game. This is the 9th batter of the inning coming up now. Another RBI on a walk or a hit by pitch, and now it's 5-0. Alexander up to second, Cowser on third, Henderson on first, and that's going to be Adley Rutschman. Kind of bat flipped on that. I mean, it was a walk. Henderson on first, Alexander on second, Cowser on third. Now it's going to be Adley. First pitch to Rutschman is high ball 1. Got to find the zone here. Get out of the inning. Here's the pitch. That's outside ball 2. It's a 2-0 count. Tolman, come set. Here's the 2-0. Swinging a fly ball. Center field going back as Young to the track, and he makes the catch. Just a step in front of the track, and that'll end the inning. They strand the bases loaded, but 3 runs still come in. All 3 earned. Want to know how many credited are to Gaston, how many are to Tolman. So I think 2 are credited. 3... I think all 3 are credited to Gaston because they were on base when he came in. All 3 runs are credited to him, and it's a 5-0 game. I don't know how many hits they got. They only got 1 hit in the inning. No errors, 3 runners left on base. It's now 5-0 as we head to the top of the 7th. We're going to take a quick break. Be back in just a moment. After that long inning, we're just going to take a quick break. Don't touch that channel. We'll be back in just a moment. So now the Nationals have their work cut out for them here in the 7th. Welcome in District Nation. Is Andres Chaparro is going to pinch hit for Jose Tena here in the 7th. They got to score some runs if they want to still win this game. Next pitch to Chaparro's outside ball 2. Jackson Kowar is now into the game for the Orioles as the pitcher. 0.2 innings worked for Rico Garcia. The 1-1 is Chaparro, swinging a ground ball. That is fielded cleanly by shortstop. That'll be thrown over to first for out number 1. That is a new shortstop. We'll see who that is. Got a lot of changes to get updated on. We'll go through those. But that's out number 1. So Kowar now working against Nasim Nunez. We'll see who the change are. First pitch to Nunez is outside ball 1. So we got a lot of substitutions for the Orioles fielding alignment. So we'll get through those in a second. Here's the pitch to Nunez. Inside ball 2. It's a 2-0 count. So Luis Varquez is now at third base. It's a 2-0 count here to Nunez. We'll do the play-by-play as we do this. The pitch. Inside ball 3. Weston Wilson is in the left field, replacing Colton Cowser. It's a 3-0 count now after that ball. The 3-0 to Nunez. He's going to step out immediately. It's 3-1. Wasn't even going to stand in for it. Jeremiah Jackson is at second base. It's a 3-1, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Nunez going to show bunt, and it goes foul. So I want to know if anyone's in first base. So it's going to be 3-2, 1 out. So now Jose Barrio is playing first base. Barrero plays first. Now it's going to be 3-2 here to Nunez. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line and foul. So Barrero's at short. That's what they were showing. Barrero's now at short. John Kenzie Noel's at first now. Guy who had a big home run in 2024 playoffs. That's inside ball 4. Did that get him? Well, Nunez is on first anyway. So he'll be on first base. Getting through these substitutions. So now that puts Nunez on first. I believe that was a hit by pitch. Did that get him? Or he's just walked. So now that'll bring up James Wood, the leadoff hitter. So Fabian is in right field. Now that pitch is ball 1, so it's a 1-0 count. Trying to get through these defensive substitutions as I call the game. Judd Fabian's in right field now. Here's a pitch to Wood, and Wood takes it outside, ball 2. Colton Cowser and Weston Wilson in left. Here's the pitches inside. That's called strike 1, but I think that was a little inside. So I think Taveras is still in the game, one of the only guys still in the game. Here's the pitch to Wood. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Two, 1 out. So Taveras is going to stay in the game. Or Bradfield Jr. is now out there. Not Jackie Bradley Jr., Bradfield Jr. So it's going to be 2-2, 1 out. The pitch to Wood. Slinging a fly ball down the left field line and foul. And in for Rutschman is Noel, so I don't think there's a catcher in. There's no new catcher in. We'll see who it is. Or Basalo's the new catcher. The pitch is called strike 3, but Wood's going to challenge it immediately. So he immediately taps his head, immediately wants a challenge, and he will get it. The Nationals do have both challenges left. They succeeded their first try. So that is ball inside, so Wood is successful as well. What? Did they call that a strike? That was a ball. So to call that a strike, I thought it didn't clip it, but they called it a strike. So there you go. 2 outs now with a runner on first. After the strikeout lookie, it's going to be Drew Millis here in the top of the 7th. Kowar delivers, and Millis hits this one down the left field line and foul. So you have the entire field alignment switched up. Kowar comes set. Here's the 0-1 Millis. He's going to pick off over to first. In time for the out. Nunez is out. Picked off. Wow. Not what you want there. That'll end the inning. So he's picked off at first, which will end the inning. They do not leave anybody because he's picked off. So we're through at the top of the 7th. Kowar gets out of it cleanly. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. It is 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll see if the Nationals have any substitutions, see any prospects. Ramos is going to lead it off for the Orioles, and then whoever hits in O'Neill's spot, and then Basalo. So those are your hitters for the bottom of the 7th. We'll see who's in O'Neill's spot. So we're getting ready for bottom 7. We'll see if there's a new pitcher in for the Nats. So we don't have anyone just set yet. It's going to be Judd Fabian is going to hit in that spot. I don't think he is, though. Spring training sometimes messes up the alignments there. But I assume it is going to be Ramos and then someone, then Basalo. So we're going to get ready for bottom 7. It's going to be Ramos to hit. See if there's a pitching change. Doesn't look like there is yet. It might be that Tolman stays out there. Tolman is going to stay out there. He gets a strike poured in there to Ramos. Ramos, who's now the DH position. What's up, Andreas? Thanks for tuning in today. The 0-1 is clips the part of the zone. It's 0-2. Thanks for tuning in, Andreas. So Brian Ramos is 1 for 1. He's the DH today. Pinch hit in the 6th inning. He had that single and then stole to get to second or got a defensive indifference. I wouldn't call that a steal. They didn't even throw down. Here's the pitch. Swinging a chopper foul, and we'll do 0-2 again. Tolman walked a lot of guys earlier. He had a hit by pitch, then a walk. He didn't walk a lot of guys. The guy Gaston walked 3, and we felt like it was a lot because Tolman came in, hit a guy, and then walked Henderson. So the walks are coming. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. A slow swing there on a fast sinker for strikeout number 1. Tolman is strikeout number 2 on the game, but strikeout number 1 of the inning. So we'll see who now hits in O'Neill's spot. It's going to be Fabian, the right fielder, who came in the field in the 7th. Here's a pitch, and that's high ball 1 with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. So we got a few substitutions. Garcia Jr. is over to second. The pitch is swung on and missed. Garcia Jr. over to second. Nunez heads over to third base. Joey Weimer is in center. But first off, Nunez at third, Garcia at second. That's a called strike 2. It's a 1-2 count. So we got some good amount of substitutions coming in here. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on and missed. Strikeout number 2 for Tolman, who settled in a little bit for his third strikeout of the game. 2 outs now. So now into second base is going to be Andres Chaparro is at second now. Or Andres Chaparro is at first. He pinch hit in the game. And then Garcia Jr. heads over to second base. First pitch from Tolman is low ball 1 to Basallo, the catcher. So Joey Weimer's in center field now, so we'll get a look at the guy who had a walk-off home run yesterday to finish Florida play for the Nats. The 1-0 to Basallo, and he takes a fastball on the outside corner. It's 1-1. So it'll be 1-1, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. So if you're wondering, Eric Tolman, and it hit Millis again. Stop killing your catcher, guys. If you're wondering, Tolman now has to hit because we had took out our DHM in the first baseman. So those are the only big substitutions. We may get some with the pinch hitters next inning. So it's going to be a 1-2, 2 outs. 1-2, 2 outs. The pitch from Tolman. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line, but foul. So it's going to be Basallo to hit. Fabian on deck. Or excuse me, that's the wrong one. I put Fabian in on after him in Mayo's spot. But Fabian is in the spot of O'Neill. 1-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Tolman. Low ball 2. It's a 2-2 count. Tolman set at the belt. The pitch. Swinging a chop foul again. We'll do 2-2. So the viewers do say that the Nationals are going to win, even though the Orioles are probably going to win this one, unless the Nats get a 2019 type of comeback. 2-2, 2 outs. Tolman set at the belt. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup low and inside. Tolman strikes out the side now, and that'll end the 7th inning. A 0 point on the board, and we'll head to the 8th inning. It's Nationals 0, Orioles 5. So Mill is scheduled to hit, but I assume someone like Lamavita is going to come in and hit for him. Christian Franklin is also in left field now, if you're wondering. Got to get my pages all ready for the Nationals' 8th inning. It's going to be whoever hits for Millis, then Garcia Jr., and then someone might pinch hit for Lyle. We'll see who it is, though. So we aren't pretty much going to get any more substitutions for the Orioles. They're pretty much subbed out. They've got all their minors in, or their minor leaguers in. So we're getting going with the 8th inning, then we'll be in the 9th, and then we will redirect to someone. No idea who that'll be, but chances are we are going to redirect out of here. Looks like the Mets and the Marlins are tied in the bottom of the 9th with a runner on third, so maybe with one out, so maybe the Marlins will beat the Mets. We'll check up on some other streamers for just a moment. Looks like I hear Delay was streaming some college basketball, so I assume he's doing that. I don't think Rhino's been live in a while. He was going to do some Nuggets game, and I just got recommendation for PAS, but here we go. We'll check on it. So no one else seems to be live. Not too many people going live. Delay streams over. Only a couple more now. Ryan Long now in the game for the Orioles. In for the 8th. First pitch is ball 1. That's a 1-0 count. 1 inning for Coar, 1 inning, no hits, no runs, a walk and a strikeout. One of each. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Millis is still in the game. That's a 1-1 count now. We'll see if he's subbed out after this AB. This is his 4th AB, third at bat, 4th plate appearance. He had a walk back in the 5th. Long into the wind. The 1-1. Swinging a fly ball out into foul territory goes the third baseman, Varquez, but it'll get out of play. So do 1-2 now. Here we go, the pitch. High, ball 2. It's a 2-2 count. Looks like PAS stream is about to be up. And it looks like the Marlins won. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a fly ball out to third baseman. Varquez gets under it in fair territory, and he will make the catch for out number 1 on the inning. So it looks like the bullpen options the Orioles have. They have Halsey in their bullpen. I kind of forgot about that for a second. Ryan Halsey is still in there. Here you go. Garcia will foul something off. It'll be 0-1. So 0-1, 1 out. Garcia Jr. is 0 for 3 today. Here's the 0-1. That's outside, ball 1. It's a 1-1 count. One, 1 out. Coming set, and the wind is Long. The pitch. Swinging a chop back foul. So Long is one of those uniforms that doesn't have a name on the back. So he's definitely a minor league guy. 1-2, 1 out. Strikeout for Garcia back in the 3rd, and then 2 groundouts in the 1st and the 5th. Long, a righty, into his wind. The pitch. Garcia swings and misses on a pitch outside of the zone. Strikeout number 1 for Long. So it's a bad swing on the part of Garcia Jr. Not what you want there here in the 8th when they need a rally. So now Lyle will hit. He's 1 for 3. The pitch to Lyle. Swinging a ground ball down the right field line and foul, and we'll do 0-1. 0-1, 2 outs. They're getting a wave going. The Orioles are getting a wave going. They're winning 5-0. I don't know why. Here's swinging a foul back, and we'll do 0-2. Lyle sends him a message by fouling that pitch back. Why would you get a wave going? You're winning 5-0. It's for rallies. But apparently, they're getting a wave going. So, Orioles fans, welcome to Baltimore, everybody. Toto, we're not in D.C. anymore. Long into the wind. The pitch to Lyle. Swinging a fly ball. Deep right field. Going back to the track at the wall. And that one is gone. Watch it fly. Dalen Lyle, top of the 8th. And the shutout is no more. Dalen Lyle takes a minor leaguer yard. He sends a message about that wave. Don't do it because I'm going to hit a home run. Dalen Lyle finding his way here at the end of spring, getting back into it here in Baltimore. And the Nationals trail only by 4 now. It's 5-1. Off the 86-mile-an-hour cutter, he drives it into right center, just out of here. So that's a bomb. Gets the Nationals going a little. The dugout, everything. Get him going a little. Get him excited. Here's the pitch to Ruiz, and he launches one to right field. This one won't get out, but getting under it is Fabian, and he'll make the catch. Thought Ruiz had that one, but he does not. So Ruiz pinch hitting in House's spot. I don't know why, but he is. That's a home run. Thought he had that for a second. That'll end the 8th inning. Thought he galled all of that one. So that'll end the inning. So now we'll head to the bottom of the 8th. 1 run on the board for the Nationals on the home run. It's now Orioles 5, Nationals 1. Better than Orioles 5, Nationals 0. That's all I can say. Thoughts on the 26 season? Got any final standings predictions? What's up, Dr. DeLay? Thanks for tuning in, Doc. Thoughts on the 2026 season? I know you don't want to hear this, but to repeat, I think it's going to happen. The Dodgers only got better in the offseason. The Dodgers got better in the offseason. And I don't think there's a team that can compete with them in the AL. I think if you're talking about the Nationals, then I think the Nationals can make some noise. Maybe not playoffs, but better than usual. I think we can make some noise, find our way to a good spot. Maybe not getting the first pick again somehow because we're that bad. But I think we can make some noise. Thanks for tuning in, Doc. Thanks for hanging out with me. We're in the bottom of the 8th. This Nationals-Orioles game. But those are my thoughts, at least. I think that the Nationals, I think we can make some noise. Your Pirates will probably make a little noise with Skeens in general. But I think the Dodgers are going to win it all again. That is my prediction. I don't want to tell my friends that because some of them are Dodgers fans. But I think you're probably right. I'm hoping anyone but the Dodgers. Yeah. Anyone. Even if it's maybe not the Yankees. Maybe someone who can knock them out in the NL. Maybe I could see Chance Huff will come in for the Nationals here. After Tolman worked 1.2. This is Chance Huff. He'll throw a first pitch, and that is inside ball. Oh, they call that a strike. Yeah. I think realistically, maybe I could see the Mets competing to the playoffs. I could see, here's the pitch, and that's way high outside. Ball 1 or just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed. So it's going to be a 1-1 count. Got a minor leaguer on deck, and this is Vasquez hitting. But I could see someone in the NL. Someone's going to come out of nowhere and just defeat the Dodgers. That's what's going to happen. I would like it to happen. The 1-1. That's low ball 2. I would love someone to come out and upset them. I can't really think of someone who could, though. That's the problem. Maybe the Padres could come out and do that. The 2-1, swinging a ground ball, foul, and we'll do 2-2. I could see the Padres coming out of nowhere, making some noise. Maybe, I can't really think of many other people in the NL that are going to beat them because they're just so dominant. The Dodgers are so dominant. It's going to have to be an AL team. Swinging a foul, and we'll do 2-2. The NL East is pretty good. I think the Braves will bounce back for sure. The Nationals have a nice team. Could make some noise. If everything goes well, Mars overachieved, so I expect them to regress. I expect that too. But the thing is, the Nationals, it's not going to be wild card noise. This is not going to be, oh my gosh, we made it to the NLCS. This is going to be, we're upsetting teams who are about to make the playoffs. Like, we could come in right before the playoffs and upset the Dodgers. Here's the pitch, and that's inside ball 3. The count is full. We could come out of nowhere and just send a message. Like, next year we'll be here. 2027, I think playoffs is coming. 2027, 2028, we're going to be the equivalent of what the Braves are now. We're going to, every so often, make some noise, and we're going to come back. Ooh, that one got him. That's going to hit. Vasquez got him in the hand. He is grunting it, grabbing it hard. Manager will come out and see him. That one really got him, and he looks like he is in pain. This one really hurts. We'll see how he feels. Hopefully he's okay. That one got him well. Not good. I honestly believe if we combine the Pirates pitching with the Nationals offense, that'd be a playoff team. I just was thinking about that. That would be absolutely amazing. I mean, think about it. Ooh, that one got up to his face. Okay, that one hit off his hand to his face. Hopefully he's okay. But the Nationals and the Pirates, you got Paul Skeens, Bubba Chandler. You guys have Mitch Keller, I assume. I think you still have Mitch Keller. And then our offense, we don't need to worry about guys like Mitchell Parker. Playoff team. I think that would be a team that could beat the Dodgers because Skeens comes out and runs 8 innings, and then Bubba Chandler comes out for 1. What are you going to do? And Paul Skeens showed that he's one of the best pitchers in the world the way he pitched against DR. I think you can agree with me on that, Delay. If you don't, please put your take. But I think Paul Skeens is the best pitcher in the world right now, because of what he did against the Dominican Republic, which was considered one of the best offenses in the world. I think he's one of the best. So Wilson will hit now. He's the left fielder. He's hitting in Kowser's spot. Bottom of the 8th inning, no outs. Hitting now is Wilson, the left fielder, Weston Wilson. He was a major league guy a little bit. First pitch from Huff. Here's the pitch, and that one's grounded down the left field line and foul. Skeens is 1A, Skubal's 1B. I do not do them 1A, 1B. I do Skeens 1, Skubal 2. Maybe you don't agree with that, but I think Skeens is on another level. Like, he needs to be put on another level. Here is the pitch from Huff. That's a curveball that stays up. Shame that Skubal didn't pitch again. Oh, well, yeah, real shame. Think about it. If we had him again, I think we could have won the thing, because then Venezuela's got to face Tariq Skubal. The 1-1 going is the runner, and he is he's safe. Okay. So Vasquez, who just got hit in the face, is going to run, and he steals the bag. Thought he had it. I think if we had Skubal, we would have won. I think with ease, too. But that's how it is. He didn't, so had to work with what we had. I mean, Old McClain did well. Same with Skeens, and Logan Webb did well. I keep seeing the jokes of how DeRosa went into the dugout and said, yeah, guys, it's okay. Let's just get ready for Game 2 now. I think DeRosa would be the type of guy to do that. That's fair. I don't mind the extra Pirate praise considering how rare it is. Yeah, I'm going to give you praise on that. Swing and a miss, and Huff gets the strikeout. That's out number 1. Yeah, I put Skeens on another level. Yeah. But I think if we had them, we would have won. But I just love that Skeens is number one because I watched Skeens since LSU. I liked following him. He's a great pitcher. I think one of the best arms in the world and soon to be one of the best of all time. Maybe that's too much, but I don't know. Lone inside ball one to Bradfield Jr., who's going to hit now in center field. The pitch is low, ball 2 with a fastball at 93. So it'll be 2-0 now. Thanks for tuning in, Doc. Guys, be sure to check out Dr. Delay. He is in my channel description. Be sure to check him out. He is a Pirates fan and a Pittsburgh fan in general. Go check him out. I love tuning into Dr. Delay. The 2-0. Called. Strike one on the low part of the zone, and it's a 2-1 count. Thanks for tuning in, Doc. Always love hearing your baseball fan knowledge and just... I love tuning into your streams, too. Great streamer here. If you guys want good streams, he is an upcoming channel. He's become huge since he started. Here's the 2-1 to Bradfield Jr., and he hits this one down the left field line and foul. Huff is wearing number 50 today. If you're wondering, he looks a lot like Simon Matthews, the Nationals pitching coach, and Bradfield's going to need something new. Is that catcher's interference? What is that? What are they calling here? Bradfield Jr.'s on first. What just happened? Catcher's interference? Oh, so catcher's interference there. And that puts Bradfield Jr. on first. So now Lamavita's the catcher, by the way. So catcher's interference puts him on first. The pitch is low, ball 1 to Jackson, the center fielder. Huff sets. 1-0 to Jackson. Swinging a fly ball. Center field. Going back is the center fielder, and that one is gone. 3-run home run for Jackson, the center fielder. And it's 8-1. Not what the Nationals needed, but that's what they'll get. 3-run home run here in the bottom of the 8th. I'll get to you in just a second delay. Let me just pencil this in real quickly. That is a 3-run home run for the unknown minor leaguer, making a name for himself here at Camden. It's an 8-1 game. What are your expectations for streams this summer? I'll try to redirect through them. I'm unsure how my baseball streams will go. Footballs are my successes. Well, I mean, you did really well with baseball in general last year. My success comes through baseball mostly and basketball as well. I'm going to do most of the Nationals games, hopefully. Most of the Nationals games through the summer. First pitch is inside, ball 1. Did that get him? Oh. Looks like he got 0-1. Yes, he went. Barrero, who's hitting in Henderson's spot, I went on that one. He's the shortstop. I'm trying to call all the games for the Nationals. As you know, Doc, you know how it is with scheduling and how hard it is sometimes. But I would like to do most of the Nationals games. That's my ideal situation, is doing basically all the games through July and August. And then doing as many Sunday games as I can for NFL. Here's the pitch, and this one swung on, driven to center. Coming in as center fielder Weimer, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. My expectation is to be able to call most of the games during the summer, and your game should start around the same time as mine, so I'll try to redirect to you as well. Because YouTube streamers, we got to help each other, you know? And the redirecting is just one way to do that. So bottom of the 8th, 2 outs, and then I'll bring up someone hitting in Rutschman's spot. We'll see who it is. It's John Kenzie Noel. The big home run hitter, Big Christmas, will hit now. So here we go. John Kenzie Noel, he takes a ball and it's a 1-0 count. Supporting a new swing, though. Doesn't have his usual swing where he had the bat really, really low on his body, the 1-0. That's high, ball 2. He had a big swing in the 2024 NLCS. If you remember, the ultimate Christmas present under the tree. That was him, John Kenzie Noel, with Cleveland last year, 162 with 6 home runs, 13 ribbies. The 2-0. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-1. Pulled the string on the slider. I got you. I'll do what I can to help. Really, the potential was there with you, man. Thank you. And that's called strike 2. I'm trying to expand it a little bit, my channel in general. Trying out. I have some, hopefully, things coming up in the fall. I don't want to announce yet. Coming soon. I have something exciting coming up. But thank you so much. Those are some, yeah, I think. Thank you, Mr. Delay. Thank you, Mr. Dr. Delay. Thank you. It's very nice of you. The 2-2. Down low, ball 3, and the count is full at 3-2. Thank you, Dr. Delay. Be sure to check out Dr. Delay once again, everybody. He is a great streamer. So it'll be 3-2 here. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul, and we'll do 3-2 again. Swinging a chopper up the middle and cut off by second baseman Garcia. He'll go to first with it, and that's in time to Chaparro, and that'll end the inning. So now we're going to head to the 9th inning. 3 more runs on the board for the Orioles, and it's 8-1 as we head to the 9th. Almost no chance for a comeback by this point, but might as well try. We'll be back in just a moment, everybody. Do not touch that channel. Don't touch that dial. We'll be back in just a moment. Thanks for tuning in, Dr. Delay. We'll be back in just a moment. While you're in, say what's up in the chat. Make some conversation, do whatever you want in that moment. We'll be back in just a second. And we're back for the top of the 9th, which will likely be the last inning in this 8-1 game. But more interesting comebacks have happened in 7 runs. So we'll see what can happen. Ryan Helsley is going to take the mound for the 9th. We'll see what he can do here. See if the Nationals can get to him. Long was the one who gave up a run, though, on the home run by Dalen Lyle. And that one hit was a home run that he gave up. Helsley sets. First pitch to Abrams, and Abrams takes inside, ball 1. Just saw you guys open up with Chicago and Philly. That's a tough start. Did you see where our home opener is? We opened with the Dodgers coming to our stadium. Our schedule's terrible. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul back. And the Dodgers, right? Yep. The Dodgers. The Dodgers. I actually am going to the Easter Sunday game, so that's going to be one game I can't call on the weekend because I'm going. I'm excited. I'm pretty sure they said Shohei scheduled to pitch. So that would be interesting. I'd love to see Shohei pitch. Here's the 1-1 from Helsley to Abrams, and that's low, ball 2. Helsley, a very good closer. That was 101 on the radar gun with the fastball. 2-1, no outs. Our schedule is very hard, yes. And they expect us to do well, so there's got to be some way where maybe worse teams can get an easier schedule, maybe. Maybe the Pirates and the Nationals play each other all the time. Looks like umpire's going to go get some game balls. Maybe let the Dodgers not have to play us. Oh, that'll be a treat. Enjoy the game. Thank you, Delay. Hopefully I will. I'm excited to go see the Nationals. Got to see a couple games last year. Did you ever go to Pirates games, Doctor? Are you in the area delay to go see games in Pittsburgh? You in the area to see any of those? 2-1. Swinging a foul down the left field line, and we'll do 2-2. You ever in the area? I'm wondering if you are to see Pirates games. Maybe go see Skeen's pitch. That'd be interesting for you to see. 2-2, no outs. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line and foul. We'll do 2-2 again. So we're coming up on 3 hours for this game in about 10 minutes. The 2-2. Swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt. And that's strikeout number 1 for Halsey on the slider. Not what Abrams wants to do here. Maybe he's earned himself that 6-hole. I've only seen 2 Pirates games. One at Arlington and the other in Houston, so I'm assuming you're in that area then. But that's cool, though. Getting to see Rangers games. You must follow the Pirates on the road then. You must be far away from them then. First pitch to Jacob, or that's Joey Wiemer now, and that's outside ball 1. So Wiemer's going to hit here in the 9th. They didn't realize that. He came in the 8th inning to the field, but he'll hit here. The 1-0 to Wiemer, and he swings and misses, and it's 1-1. Seen plenty of the Reading Phillies games growing up in Pennsylvania, but now I'm Texas living. Well, that's great. You ever see any Astros or Rangers games besides the Pirates? Do you ever see just them to see them? Halsey sets. The 1-1 to Joey Wiemer, and Wiemer takes a ball down low. It's a 2-1 count. You ever see those in general? Just go see games. So it'll be 2-1 with 1 out. Coming set is Halsey. The pitch to Wiemer. And Wiemer takes it low, ball 3. It's a 3-1 count. Three, 1 out. On deck is Chaparro. He's now the first baseman. I have not. If it's not Pirates, then I don't want it, lol. The 3-1 is called strike 2, but looks like Wiemer is going to challenge it. He doesn't know how to. He goes to the umpire and asked him for the challenge. He didn't just tap his helmet. So it's 3-2, 1 out. The pitch is a strike. It just barely touched the zone, and Wiemer is going to strike out. Or he's going to have a full count now. I don't want it, though. So the Reading Phillies, that was a minor league affiliate then. I've seen some minor league games. I think I've been, before the Nationals went to Fredericksburg, I saw them in Potomac, which was pretty cool. 3-2, 1 out. The pitch from Halsey, swinging a fly ball in a foul ground, going as the catcher, Basalo. He will watch it go out of play. Before they went to Fredericksburg, I saw Potomac, Jason Worth and Trey Turner were rehabbing, and I saw that game, which was pretty cool. Two outs away from the Orioles getting a victory. Tomorrow, the Nationals go back to D.C. for the first time since September 2025 for a game. Here's the 3-2. Down low, ball 4, and Wiemer draws a walk. Good AB there. Honestly, I don't think Minute Maid is a great ballpark. I've been to Citizens Bank for one Philly game, and it's really nice. If I still lived up there, I would go to Pittsburgh or Philly for more for sure. Nationals Park, it might be. People say it's the worst, but once you love a stadium, you just love it. Especially when you've been going there for so many years. There's something about Nationals Park to me. First pitch to Chaparro, swing and a miss at a slider. Once you really get to know a ballpark, you just love it. And that's me with Nationals Park. I've been there so many times. I just love it. And I've worn so many jerseys. I've seen a lot of the greatest parts, done tours where I could see the cool seats and everything. I've been on the field. It's absolutely amazing. The 0-1. Swing and a foul, and we'll do 0-2. being on the field was the coolest part. I got to be in the bullpen. I got to meet a lot of the players, and it's always interesting just to do those experiences, and I'll remember them forever. So that's just me with the Nationals, and that's the reason a lot of my experience with baseball and all this is what inspired me to start this channel. So a lot of it just comes from that. Chaparro facing Halsey, a righty-righty matchup. The 0-2, down and low and in, and it's 1-2 with the slider at 87. You know what's great about Halsey? You can go from the 100-mile-an-hour fastball to the 87-mile-an-hour slider. That is awesome, man. Yeah, all the experience I've had with Nationals Park is absolutely amazing. That's a slider that stays up, and it's 2-2. So now Basalo will come out and visit his man. Basalo, the catcher, will come out and visit his pitcher. 2-2, 1 out. Hopefully, Dr. Lee, you probably have that with the Reading Phillies if you went to the Reading Phillies games. I mean, minor league ballparks are really cool, too. There's always something cool about a minor league ballpark. Minor league baseball is so interesting. I don't see why people don't like it. The 2-2. Check swing. Did he go? No, says first base umpire Miller. Minor league baseball is so interesting to watch. I called a couple minor league games, and I enjoy watching it. It's so cool. You get to watch the prospects. You can watch washed-up guys. You can watch guys who've never had a chance. It's interesting to me. For a baseball fan like me, it's really interesting. Halsey sets the 3-2. Inside, ball 4, and 2 walks in a row now. Halsey has a couple runners on. So Nationals don't hear any bell yet. So now that'll bring up whoever's hitting in Nunez's spot. It's going to be, I don't think it is Nunez, though. I swear they took him out of the game. I think it's going to be, oh, he is in the game because he's at third now. This looks like there's time called for the umpires. Umpires had to discuss something real quickly. Now we're good. Halsey will step back on. Nunez trying to get something done here with runners on first and second. Paredes is now warming up for the Orioles. Here's the pitch to Nunez. Nunez just high and outside. First Energy Stadium is just good. Home of the Reading Phillies. Wish we had that where I live, but the closest minor league team is 3 hours away. Oh, wow. Wow, that's really far. I think D.C. is an hour from me, or at least their stadium's something like that. Less an hour. Great to go down there for a game. That can be a weekend activity. No less than an hour. Nunez has a 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. Swinging and a miss, and it's 2-1 now. Yeah. I love the National Stadium. Weimer at second, Chaparro at first. Not too many fast guys out there then, but Nunez has some wheels himself. 2-1. And Nunez swings through that one. It's 2-2. Thanks for tuning in for everybody. I'm still trying to find a redirect. I don't know if I found any delay. You can help me out with that. If you anyone that's streaming right now that I can support or just send my people over to. 2-2, swinging a foul back, and we'll do 2-2 again. That was 100 on the fastball. If anyone knows a streamer they want to see, you can send them over. If anyone has any recommendations, you can put them in the chat. I was going to redirect to delay if he was streaming. Don't see anyone immediately on my feed, so I don't know who it's going to be today. 2-2, 1 out, the pitch. Swinging a fly ball out of play down the left field line. Like to send someone over to a sports live stream. Really anything. Searching people up on my other laptop. Try to find someone people can go to. Here's the pitch, and that's called strike 3. That one was low. Nunez doesn't like the call, but he's not going to challenge it. So that's strikeout number 2. CeeLo. So we got some play-by-play going. A lot of bigger channels, too. And then mine comes up recommended for myself. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's Christian Franklin now, who is on the roster. I'll look up on the go with CeeLo. Maybe we'll go to him. I don't really understand the question. So I'm probably going to send you over to CeeLo then, or a bigger content creator, or just CeeLo. 0-1, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swinging a chopper, foul, and we'll do 0-2 now. There we go. I found CeeLo's channel. So we're good there. He's doing racing. Okay, he's got 918 viewers. Wow. So it's going to be 0-2, 2 outs. Just remember, guys, check out P-Town31 after this game. He'll be putting out his recap. 0-2, 2 outs. The pitch. High ball one. It's a 1-2 count. Let's see if Drew Tamu's streaming. He does college baseball, basketball, and football. So he did his stream of the day yesterday then. He's probably not doing the Sunday baseball game then. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the game is over. I think I'm pretty close. I don't know. So that'll end the game. Andres Chaparro, Christian Franklin strikes out to end it. That'll end the game. So that'll end it. It is 8-1 final here, as this game is over. Just some quick takeaways here. That was not a good game offensively. I think the offense could have been a lot better. The offense, you need offense to win, and we did not have that today. An 8-1 loss. We had one run, and it was a Dalen Lau home run. I think we can be better. Tomorrow, we're facing the same exact team, probably going to see Halsey again. Try to jump on him. The starter, don't let him go 6 innings during a spring training game and only pitch 70 pitches. A lot of things happened in today's game. Just a lot of things in general didn't work out today. And that's why there's tomorrow. That's the great thing about baseball. 162 games. We'll be back tomorrow, and that's spring training. We're going to be back tomorrow. And then Thursday, first Nationals game. Just some quick notifications here. Be sure to tune in on Saturday. We probably are going to stream on Friday with some Rochester Red Wings baseball, or we just hop straight to it on Saturday. Can't stream on Thursday, but thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, guys, check out Dr. Delay. So now I can focus on finding you guys a redirect link. Want to get you guys going somewhere. I can't find anyone who's streaming right now. Is JJ going live anytime soon? He's going live at 6:30. Well, I cannot stay on much longer. Good stuff, man. Catch you later. I don't have this on here, so good stuff, man. Catch you later. See you, Dr. Delay. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you later. Hope to see you soon, Dr. Delay. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming into today's stream. I think I'm going to send you over somewhere, probably. I don't know where we're going to go. Trying to find you somewhere to go. But thank you so much. I think just overall, the Nationals offense could be a little better today. That's just something you can work on, though. For some play-by-play, that's can't really find anyone. Trying to find someone we can go to. So we're going to head over to this guy. This guy's got some NCAA basketball. So check out this man, new creator, never heard of him. We're going to try him out. You can tell me how he is. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in today. There's your redirect link. Have a great day, everybody. I will see you later. Hope to see you guys soon. Thank you so much for the people who tuned in, like, subscribed, all that. Great stuff. Thank you so much. I will see you all later. Tomorrow the Nationals play. We won't be live, but hope I'll put out a post about it.